All right. Here we go. We'll see how this one works. Apparently, they came and fixed my shit. So we're going to find out how well they fixed my shit. All right. I'm getting tired of this fucking bullshit internet shit, dude. It's crazy. Okay. So I'll get the link pinned here in just a second. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't get to see this press briefing earlier, so I want to see this tonight. What up, dude? Good to see you, my man. How you doing tonight, Mr. Fista? It's a fucking good night, dude. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Just getting in here on some late night, dude. I just got off of work. I am taking a break from drinking for a little bit. I'll be straight up, man. I have to. Yo. Ah, dude, good. Man. What are you sick with, bro? What are you sick with, man? I have to. I don't have an option. My job is not paying me fucking shit right now. I mean, like, I'm going and doing the work and they're paying me what they owe me, but it's just not bringing in any fucking money. It's crazy. So I had to like sad boy them at Spectrum to get them to send a tech out and fix my shit. And they sent a truck out yesterday. They said that, or they sent a truck out earlier today. Sorry. Yesterday, they said that it was on their end. So it was just something that they haven't fixed, you know, just them not doing their jobs. And that's why it's okay. But hey, it is what it is, dude. Hey, that's life, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you make good, sometimes you don't, you know. You know, one of these days I'll get a break. It's been a tough year, man. I'll be honest, dude. Like I started the year out doing logistics and everything was working good. Yeah, see, I don't that doesn't my like the fact that I'm an alcoholic has really nothing to do with it for me. And I hate that that's the fact, right? But it's just the fact, you know. It's you know, I like drinking. I do. And I'm not going to stop. But I have to, right? I have to. Otherwise I'm like I have to be a responsible adult, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm a fucking drunkie, but I'm not getting high. I'm not doing drugs or nothing. So that's fucking a-okay, right? Like there's always a silver lining to every cloud. But you know, it's just the kind of thing where like the money's not coming in for me to enjoy those kinds of things. And I'm sober right now. So you know what I mean? Like it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Do you guys have wine bags and shit over there? You can get like 40 standards of free Lexia box wine for $8. Wow. Uh, it ain't that deep, I guess. You know what I mean? I'd rather just sit back and not drink. You know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's nasty, I'm good. It's one of those things where it's not that deep. You know what I mean? I plus, dude, I'm a gin and whiskey kind of guy, man. Like I like my brokers, you know. Hey, broker, sponsor me, dude. You know what I mean? Come on. Come on. Let me get some of that money, brokers. I buy your shit. I put in, you know what I mean? I put my time in, you know. Anyway, the cool thing I like about the brokers bottles is they come with this little top hat. So like it comes with a little bowler hat on it. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucking cool, man. I'm a big fan. If I don't have enough few beers, man, I start getting a bit antsy and barely sleep. Yeah, I mean, dude, you know, I don't know. Benadryl works great. Let me tell you. See, that's, dude, Wild Turkey is the safest bet for me. I'm a gin and whiskey guy, man. You know what I mean? Gin and whiskey is the way to go for this guy right here. So I'm gonna put on some music. But yeah, man, I just, you know, like Broker's Gin, Tanqueray, those are the two that I like the most. And then yeah, same, dude. I don't take, you know, I get this stuff. So it's called Drift Off. Let me see. There you go. Drift Off from Zoo. It's some fucking Chinese shit, I guess. It works great. It's not habit forming either. So like if I run out, I can still sleep. You know what I mean? Works really good, puts me right to sleep. Well, sometimes. And then when I wake up, I feel fucking fantastic. But yeah, that's the news in my life, man, you know? And like, you know what's crazy is, dude, like I'm not even drinking insane amounts, okay? Like this is a 750. This isn't even a liter. And I drank this in 2 days. Okay. I just had a few cocktails on Sunday and a few on Monday. And that was it, right? And, you know, I don't feel like my drinking has like gotten out of hand or anything. And I'm not shaking. I mean, I feel good in the morning when I wake up. I do my dailies. I walk Charlie and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. You know? I've been trying to steer clear of beer because beer fills me the fuck up, man. It makes me kind of miserable in the morning, you know? Liquor takes it home. You know what I mean? Anyway, so wanted to go over this. There's a funny still. I didn't mean for it to be like that, but it is what it is. All right, so this is the... What's going on, Doomerang? Good to see you, my man. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Always good to see you, bro. So apparently they fixed my internet, not having connectivity issues or anything, which is good. See, if I eat well, including fiber and veggies, get my exercise in, I get no side effects. But as soon as I tune into a lazy degen, it starts fucking me up. Well, dude, I'm fat as shit right now. Like I'm probably the unhealthiest I've been in years. And what up, Harvey Not Man? Good to see you, brother. Good to fucking see you, man. I just like, especially after hurting my knee, I think, I'm not gonna lie, bro, to a degree, I kind of mentally spiraled a little bit after I hurt my knee. Because I was stuck at home, I couldn't move, and I wasn't making any like what I was making from my stream was the money that I was making. Logistics had grinded to a halt. I wasn't working at the restaurant anymore, you know, because I was only working there 2 nights a week, and I was doing fucking freight like throughout the day. And you know, now it's gotten to this point where, you know, this company owes me like fucking $2,000, and here I am, right? Like, anyway, I'm not trying to bitch about my personal shit. Yeah, man, it sure will, bro. You ain't lying, dude. You ain't lying. But like, I'm back on the grind now. I'm doing like things are looking up. Things are looking up, right? It's just a bad time of the year here in Birmingham, man. Like Labor Day weekend, this whole time of year, August and September, this is the worst time of the year, bro. And you know, not trying to act ungrateful, but one thing that doesn't help is my bosses are totally cool with us drinking at work, which is bad, you know. So I'll be at work and I'll be drinking like almost all day long, taking shots with guests and trying different bourbons and shit. And they got tastings coming in and they're fucking pouring me shots and they're handing it to me. And, you know, Like, we had a Tullamore Dew rep come in. That's where I got the hat. I know, dude. It's not good. It's not good. But today, I didn't drink at all. So, you know, and that was a choice. I know, dude. I know. It's fucking terrible, man. Like, absolutely. But I didn't drink at all. And that was my choice, right? Like, I could have drank multiple times throughout the night, but I didn't. Because my thing is, guys, I don't want to develop a really bad habit when I'm not making that much money. Like, I don't need to be jacking car rate. Well, I guess you don't. It's not like that no more. I don't need to be stealing shit out of people's cars so I can get a fucking beer. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be waking up shaking. You know, that's like. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Look at that. You don't believe me? That's the back of the hat right there. Okay, you know the dog has been chewing on this thing. Unbelievable. This dog. Oh, they're coming out. All right. There we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Apologize for my tardiness today. Thanks for being here. Another packed room. It's good to see. We'll begin with a scheduling update today. President Trump will commemorate the 24th anniversary of 9/11 on Thursday with a visit to the Pentagon Memorial in the morning, followed by an appearance at the New York Yankees game at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx on Thursday evening. Next week, as you all know, the president and the first lady will depart for their historic state visit to the United Kingdom on Tuesday, and they return to Washington on Thursday. Today, I would like to address the tragedy that has not received nearly enough media attention, the brutal murder of Irina Zarutska.
Okay.
Here are the facts.
Dude, have you guys seen the video? I mean, it's fucking everywhere at this point, right? Oh, bro, you didn't have to do that, man. I fucking appreciate you, bro. Dude, you didn't have to do that. Fuck. You got me like, all right, I'm gonna go get a beer. No, thank you, bro. Seriously, you really didn't have to, Mr. Fista. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. You're a fucking legend, dude. Thank you. I might take you up. I might take you up on a couple beers jumping out to the corner store. Yeah, bro, dude, it's fucking awful. Like that dude murdered that chick in cold blood. And there's been radio silence on the media. Why? Because he was black and she was white. Okay? That's it. Yeah, right. No, 100%. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it, dude. So here's the thing, okay? I live in Birmingham. Birmingham is 60 to 70% black folks, right? Like in Birmingham proper. It's a very fucking black city, okay? And that's mostly because of the fucking the housing projects they have here, right? It's just the bottom line, okay? I took the hat off for the bald head just to make the statement much more clear, okay? So, listen. All of the violence. Oh, brother. I'm not pulling it out on you, but that, and I got these bad boys, dude. Critical Duty. Those are fantastic, dude. They're amazing. I'm not gonna pull a Hassan and pull my strap out on camera, but I'm not sweating nothing. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, those are specifically designed not to pass through your target. Especially with a little rubber tip on the end, dude. They blow out and they tear through, but they stay inside. They're fantastic. Highly recommend them. Now, here's the thing, right? And I'm a big pro Second Amendment guy, but I want to make this very clear. Ideally, I will never have to fire any of those, dude. I will never have to fire a single one. Okay? Oh, yeah, dude. This thing's a heater. It's a little hand cannon. Ruger P89 DC. Fucking fantastic. dude. Yeah, are we not men? That dude, that's like you're you're a mod for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But nah, dude, I especially here, okay? You know what I mean? Birmingham is, as of recently, the 6th most violent city in the country. Now, I do want to say there's not a lot of random acts of violence. It's literally mostly the drug dealers coming from the east side, which is like Eastlake, Gate City, Center Point, those areas, and the west side, which is like Ensley, over down in Bessemer, West End, Fairfield, Midfield, like the east and west side. Those are the those are areas where this time of year you go out there, you're gonna hear gunshots. Your first time going out there. I mean, it's every fucking day you hear it. So you come into these people come into Birmingham to sling their shit, and other people, right? 100%, exactly, dude. It's all black on black crime here. There is no black on white crime, none whatsoever. Absolutely none. There's no black on white crime, and there's no white on black crime either. People want to talk about Alabama is such a fucking racist city and yada yada, this blah blah blah. We have a bad history, whatever. No, dude, it's not even fucking like that, man. It's not like that. There's not like KKK walking through the streets. That's horse shit. It's not a bunch of white supremacists that live here. It's a bunch of liberal white people that when the gunshots go off, they all scurry into their apartments, but it's always black people shooting at other black people. And that's it. I'm not afraid to say that. That's just the fucking truth. Okay. All of the murder that happens in this city is black drug dealers killing other black drug dealers or robbing other black drug dealers. That's it. It's nothing else. Okay. So here's the thing with Birmingham. If you look at it on a map, here, I'll pull it up. I'll pull this up. All right. So Birmingham it's the hub of the Southeast. Okay. Check this out. We'll get back to the video in just a second. I'm not particular. I didn't really have a topic or anything, bro. I just kicked up the stream and started talking. You know what I mean? All right. So you look at Birmingham on a map. Okay. Birmingham's right here. Atlanta's like 2 hours away. Nashville's like 4 hours away. You got Decatur and Huntsville. That's like an hour, 2 hour, hour and a half, 2 hours away. Gadsden, Montgomery, Columbus, Mobile, Pensacola, like the entire fucking panhandle up here. You have Mississippi, Jackson, Meridian, Tupelo. Memphis is right over there. Macon. I mean, like it's literally the hub of all Chattanooga, like all of these major cities here. It's the hub of all of these major cities. So especially when these drugs are coming from across the border, right? They come from across the border. They make their way through Texas and Louisiana and Mississippi, and then they end up in like the Birmingham, especially over here in Bessemer. Where is it? This is Hueytown. Bessemer is right here. Okay. So Bessemer about 6 years ago was rated the top murder rate in the fucking country. Okay. Like the absolute worst. What's crazy is Ross Bridge, which is like 15-minute drive away from here, is like a high dollar area. There's a lot of rich ass houses here, but Bessemer, this is the fucking hood, dude. Look it up. Bessemer, Alabama. Okay. So Birmingham has all these drugs running through it. There's a lot of people that stay like Fairfield, Ensley. You got Arlington West End, Midfield, Fairfield. And then over here on the east side, you got Eastlake. This is all fucking ghettos. Gate City, which where's Gate City? It might not show it. Gate City, right down here. Irondale's not bad, but Gate City, East Lake, where's Center Point? You got Roebuck. Roebuck's not terrible, but it's not great. Center Point up here. I mean, like, all the drug dealers come from here and here. And they all come into Birmingham, into this metropolitan area, so they can sell their fucking shitty dope to white kids. And a lot of the dope that they sell is cut with fentanyl, and it's fucking killing people, dude. And, like, that's just the bottom line. What up, Scott Hot Vet? Welcome in, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Glad you made it in tonight, bro. Are the not bad parts all the non-black areas? Oh, okay. So here, you want to see something crazy? All right, you see Mountain Brook right here? Mountain Brook, this has one of the highest income zip codes in the country. If you're black driving through Mountain Brook, the cops will pull you over. That's just how it goes. Same with Vestavia Hills. Vestavia Hills is real fucking strict. Hoover used to be. So Homewood's getting there. Homewood's starting to build up too. But Hoover used to be. Where's Hoover? Hoover's weird. So like Hoover, it stretches from like all the way over here to all the way down here, right? So it's like this really long metropolitan area. Here, it should pull it up. Yeah, you see this shit? That's the city of Hoover. It's this real long fucking like weird distinction on what exactly is Hoover and what's not. But Birmingham, which also spreads all the way out here, it's weird how they do all this, right? And I think it's specifically for fucking like votes and shit, right? Like there's certain black areas that they want to get all the votes in. See, it stretches all the way up to like Center Point, East Lake. So East Lake is within Birmingham. But anyway, it's these areas that are the worst. Tarrant too. Oh yeah, Tarrant's bad, but Tarrant is not. Birmingham doesn't claim Tarrant. So there's an area, you can't really see it, but there's an area over here called Robinwood. It's like a neighborhood. It used to be real high dollar. It's not anymore. It is literally just a bunch of junkies. It's comparable to like Kensington. But so anyway, funny how that works. Where I live is right in the middle of 3 schools in a 90% white neighborhood with average house prices around $1 million. 0 crime and noise. 5 minutes away, it's 5% white, and massive crime. 2 police stations. Yeah, 100%. Gonna win the lottery and become Batman. Hey man, if you win the lottery, let me hold $1, dude. You know what I mean? Let me hold one. I'll flip it. Anyway, I'm just joking, but no. So let me go ahead and pull this video. I want to watch this press briefing because I missed it earlier. So hold on. Let me get some water. Yeah, dude. Yo, so Bessemer is like that, right? So the whole reason I know about Bessemer is I went to a sober living back in 2018. I got there on the 21st of October. No, sorry, the 27th of October, because I went for a week in a detox program, and then I went straight to sober living. I didn't get to go to rehab, dude. Like I finished kicking, and they were like, "All right, get the fuck out of here. You're getting a job." And Yeah, man. Yeah, the Cash App, the Cash App is in the little scrolly thing down on the bottom. What's up, Jeremy Ryan? Good to see you, bro. Welcome in, man. Always a pleasure to see you in chat, dude. No, dude. So, the sober living I was at, it was called ALR. Great sober living, by the way, dude. It was fantastic. Even though it's in the cut. Like, it is in the middle of the shit in Bessemer. I mean, this is not me like trying to fucking gloat for clout or anything like that. This is just the truth. Every fucking day during the summer, I guess when it's cold, they like go inside. Every day, once it started getting warm outside, they were out there killing each other. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's crazy. And like the worst thing is, out in Bessemer, we're not talking about full-grown adults doing this. We're talking about like kids. I'm talking 13, 14, 15-year-olds popping at each other in the streets, right? I thought I came from a rough neighborhood in St. Pete, okay? Which I like, arguably I did. Like, comparably, like in Tampa Bay, where I was from was a pretty rough area. Bro, it wasn't until I got to Bessemer that I saw a cop shoot through his own windshield back at somebody on the side of the road. I thought I was from a rough neighborhood. These motherfuckers are out there, like, the police out there are literally fucking dodging bullets, dude. Like my hat's off to Bessemer police. They're really out there doing some shit, okay? But anyway, let's get back to this fucking let's get back to this press briefing.
Facts that many outlets have shamefully and intentionally failed to report until President Trump drew attention to it. On August 22nd, Irina Zarutska was stabbed to death on the rail system in Charlotte, North Carolina, by a savage career criminal.
Terrible.
This is a public transportation system that many in the area use every single day to go to school and work. Irina was on the train that night traveling home from her job at a pizzeria, still in uniform from her shift. This beautiful, innocent 23-year-old young woman was a Ukrainian refugee who had recently fled her country for a chance at a safer life.
Dude, you know, like, so Mr. Fista, they were talking about doing like an appeals court or an appellate, like taking his trial to an appellate court. I agree. That's what should happen. But the harm it would cause for civil unrest would be absolutely crazy. I think what needs to happen first is they need to have, I mean, dude, someone would kill him. I'm just like, that's just the God's honest truth. Somebody would find him and they would kill him the second they had the opportunity. I know, 100%. You're right. But there has to be some kind of a process that's put in motion for this kind of thing. And what I think like would be the smartest way to go about it would be to have a fully transparent autopsy, or the autopsy done on him made fully transparent, so that way people can see, oh, he didn't die because the dude put his knee on his neck. Because I mean, you know, if you're choking, you can't talk. Right? Like, let's just be fucking real here. You know what I mean? You can't fucking talk. But no one wants to talk about that. No one wants to say that. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to be that guy. I know. No, it needs to be made widely available, though. That's the thing. People don't want to, they don't want to see it. They don't want to look at it, right? They are just fucking like, they're like dogs, dude. They really fucking are, bro. Nobody wants to actually pay attention. They don't want to see what's right in front of their eyes, you know? Mr. Fista, thank you for the 25, bro. I really fucking appreciate it, man. That means a lot, dude. You don't understand how much that shit helps, bro. It's fucking huge, dude. Thank you, man. this is something that we fucking need, dude. We need this shit. We need it. We need this to be made completely fucking public. Right, dude. Exactly. Exactly. Roseus Noble Savage myth. What is that? I'm not even sure what that is. Comfort of Decepticons. What up, Grumple? Good to see you, my man. What's going on, dude? By the way, here, let me get this. Let me get this link in the chat, guys. One sec. Hold on. Stamey, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, my man. Welcome in, dude. Welcome in, bro. Oh, shit. I had that way too loud. Scared the fuck out of me. There we go. There's the link. Anybody wants to jump in? There will be vetting, so just letting anybody know before they try to jump in. And some loser that has fucking gay porn saved on their computer plays it on my stream again. It's fucking crazy. All right, let's get back to it.
And a promising new beginning here in the United States of America.
That's right.
But tragically, a public transportation system in a major American city was more dangerous than the active war zone that she left.
Yep.
The president and the entire White House are praying for her family and friends during this unimaginably
only the
time.
women.
But while we have
all right,
our thoughts in
only
prayer,
the women.
we must also
and it will be
seek
in back
justice for
chat.
this crime and call attention to
What
this
up,
heinous
Grumple? Good to
incident.
see you, my brother. How you doing, man?
Oh, living dream, man.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, that's right, dude.
Oh, you didn't vet me. See, I'm currently gay porn.
Fair. Yeah.
This picture that you see, obviously, it's like the Emperor's New Clothes. You
yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, you came up cammed up. I know what you look like. You know, we're good, man.
Oh, that's racist. Get out of here with that shit.
It is, dude. It is. It's okay though. I didn't give him a shot.
It was the Decepticons, you see.
Dude,
I would have got away with it too, if not for these stupid kids.
Yeah. That's just how I roll, Mr. Fista. I am pretty fucking rude. I always am. Don't you know?
How you doing, man? I don't even know what you're doing. I just came in and saw something that's looked like Decepticons.
I'll be honest, dude. Neither do I. I have no idea, man. I got off work and I'm not like really drunk, so I wanted to jump in and just fucking. Hey, there we go, dude. Rude class. I'm winging it right now, bro. You know, that's typically what I do on the Watershed. Watershed is just like current event shit. You know what I mean? Like going over, different videos and stuff that I see, talking about different topics, whatever. Like God and Countries, it's kind of more focused, but Watershed is just us bullshitting. Hey, Scott, dude, thank you for jumping in, man. I always appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here, dude. You're an absolute legend. Thank you, man. You're damn right I am. Absolutely. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit later because I got to go fucking pay some money to the fucking badge folks. But I will be reading the word and talking the word tomorrow. So please come back in. Would love to have you all in. Good night, Scott. Thank you, man. Always a pleasure. Really appreciate you, dude. Yeah, bro. Please, by all means. Anyway, Grumple, what's going on, dude? How you doing, man? How you doing? What's going on?
I just had to reconnect my VPN. Everything was grinding and stuff. Oh man, I'm honestly not doing all that great, but you know, that's fine.
Hey, dude, I hear you. Welcome to the club, bro. I fucking hear you, man.
I'm not only a member, but I'm also the president.
Yeah. Dude, dude, like all year my life's falling apart, so I get it. You know what I mean? But it's okay. It's all right. We're grinding, dude. We're staying in the mix. We're moving forward. Everything's gonna be fine.
There's no opting out on the ride.
Huh?
There's no opting out on the ride. You gotta keep doing whatever your your intended purpose is. I guess it's the only way to say that.
Yeah, dude, the seatbelt's on. We're buckled in. You know what I mean? The roller coaster has started rolling. You know what I mean? Hey, Scott, dude, I hope you feel better, man. And dude, it's okay. Don't feel bad for having to go, man. I hope you feel better, dude. Get up, get at him. Hail, my brother. You know what I mean? That's right. Are we not, men? This too shall pass. 100%. Yeah,
it almost felt like there was about to be a
bro. Bullshit with us.
It almost felt like there was about to be a raise hell, praise Dale going on in the chat.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure which one, but I wasn't even ever big into NASCAR. Funny thing, I saw it happen. Just reminded me. Yeah, I was like somewhere in the teens. It was in the 90s. I don't remember exactly how old. I had a bowl of cereal. I came in, put it into the den, the TV room, as we did at the time, and then I went. I think I just went to the bathroom and came back, picked up my bowl of cereal, and it happened to be that the TV, as soon as I turned it on, it had the race on, and it just happened to be that fateful day when I saw it happen on the live feed and then the replay over and over again.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like I wasn't even into NASCAR at all or nothing. I just happened to see it, hey, super weird thing to see live.
You know what's crazy? The exact same thing happened with me in 9/11. So I was in elementary school when it happened. I remember this like it was fucking yesterday. Okay. I was in elementary school and
the Marine Corps.
What happened?
9/11. That's why I joined the Marine Corps. I left
a lot of people.
Exactly 2 months later.
Oh shit. Yeah. No, I was in elementary school, dude, and I walked into my class and the teacher had the news on and it went breaking like just a couple minutes after I stepped in, and then it showed the first tower all smoking, and it was talking about it, and they didn't know like what exactly happened, if it was like a gas explosion. They said some people are saying a plane hit it, yada yada yada, and they were talking about it. She had the news on. It was just maybe like 10-15 minutes later, there was just that big boom, and then my teacher like scrambled, grabbed the remote, shut the TV off, and I mean within like 2 or 3 minutes they came out in the intercom and they were like, all right, everybody, your parents have been called. You are all going home. Everyone is going home. And they just sent us home that day. I didn't realize I thought I was watching like an action movie or something, but then like that's when, my grandmother, she was like, no, yeah, someone flew a couple people flew a couple planes into the towers, and yeah, and I mean I didn't realize what was going on. I was just like, why would somebody do that? That's crazy, But as a kid, we don't understand all these concepts until we get older, and then
I remember when I learned about it. I'd gone to college for 2 years. I was like about to take a break and just start working for a while. I went in, like I had my girlfriend at the time. We went into a Walmart, and it was like ghost town minus a couple of cashiers, and like the CRT TVs hanging from the roof. Or the ceiling, hanging from the ceiling. That's where it was on. That's when I learned about it. Like, what movie is this? What's going on here, guys? I'm like, why is it like? Why is Walmart empty? It's like the middle of the day.
Yeah,
that's when I learned about it, and it was ¿Por qué? What?
Right.
What? ¿Quiere? It's super weird. Like this thing you think is like, hey, they're playing a movie on these TVs that like, because they were like small TVs too. Remember?
Yeah.
This was in the 90s. or the, you know, well, into the
2001. Yeah, but it was all
It was
tubes.
like-
Yeah.
It was all, yeah, it was all still, see, the internet is a series of tubes. Some of these
Yeah.
tubes run TVs.
Well, I meant tube TVs. Were there even flat screens back then? I don't think so, dude. I think it was all a bunch of tubes.
It was late. Well, there were projection TVs, and those had flat screens. The CRTs, I had one of the very last ones that ever existed, like a CRT, a flat screen CRT. Sony made them, and it's like apparently they're appreciating in value because Smash Brothers competitors use them for competing on GameCube specifically.
Really?
Because you have to have. We just switched topics, like changing gears.
It's okay.
Yeah, CRT TVs out of the GameCube, it has the actual correct frame rate versus like using the HDMI cable. So you have to have like a CRT for it to be correct for these like really competitive Super Smash Brothers players. I was never into that. Yeah, apparently. So that's the thing. If you got a one of the very last generation of CRT TVs, then hey, it might be appreciating in value.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, you know, good. I don't know, man. There's there was just something about playing like old school Halo or Conker's Bad Fur Day or Perfect Dark or GoldenEye on just a tube TV with fucking split screen, man. You know what I mean?
The
There's
splits to the couch co-op split screen was the and like, hey,
man.
no screen cheating with GoldenEye.
Right.
Come on.
Bro, you're totally looking at my screen.
That's a game mode now where like you're invisible on everybody else's, like you have to screen cheat. Like you have to look at everybody. It's I don't remember what the name of the game is. It was a game mode that I'm remembering just sometime in the last 20 years or so. Like that narrows it down, where you have to watch everybody else's screen because you can't see anybody on your own screen.
Yeah.
You have to see where they're at via looking at their screen. It's like screen cheating game.
That's
I don't know why
insane.
I brought that up. It's fine. It's
okay. I got to find out what game that is. That's fucking fantastic. Turns out, with the power of Jewish chemistry, jets can in fact cause complete internal collapse equal to controlled demolition. Yeah, exactly. One thing I know for sure is those planes towers collapse. Absolutely. No, there's no fucking way. Dude, there is no way at all that, okay, here's the thing, right? And this is just, let's just go common sense, elementary fucking, like science here, okay? Heat rises. So how does that make the steel spine of both of those buildings completely fucking collapse all the way down to ground zero with no pieces of metal sticking up, no bend over to the right or the left? You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you watch the video too, that has the entire building in both cases, it's like anybody who's ever been involved with like demolition, that's 100% controlled demolition. Like about 20 feet up from the bottom is blown out from the sides, and then it starts falling on itself. This is like, I don't want to put anybody's, you know, I don't like, you might have to erase this, you know, for whatever. But.
Right. Yeah. It'll melt steel beams, but it won't melt their passports. Passports of people that they found out were still fucking alive. You know what I mean? Absolutely crazy.
Oh, have you ever looked into the
there you go. Perfect sunrise griper. That's right, dude.
Symmetrical collapse. Yes, exactly. Have you ever looked into the conspiracy about the Challenger crew? By the way. Yeah, like they're all still alive, apparently.
What?
Like even now, they're or as of at least a few years ago, last time I checked, the conspiracy is that the entire crew of the Challenger, like they weren't, or the people purported to be on it, like they weren't on. That's the conspiracy. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not. So don't, you know, hey, no demonetization, no, you know, nothing. However,
that's just crazy.
There's like pictures of people, and these are all people that are on like boards of colleges and People where there's a biography of them, like they have Wikipedia pages, so it's not like, hey, these are randos or nothing.
Like that teacher, the one that like she got picked from a random raffle to go into the Challenger, and then it fucking exploded. That's
yeah.
See, I mean,
turns out she's something else too.
You know, here's the thing, right? Like the story that I'm told about something, I always err on the side of nah. Because, and that simply goes back to the Titanic. 1911 tried to pass the Federal Reserve Act. It failed by a margin of like 2 people. The Titanic goes out in 1912 and sinks. 3 of the people that voted no die on it. It's funded by J.P. Morgan, who was for the establishment of the Federal Reserve. And then 1913, the fucking Federal Reserve Act passes. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Straight up. Like, and that's not conspiracy theory. Those are just the facts of the matter. Okay? Like I don't believe in coincidences, right?
And on that exact same topic, you know that, I mean, just as a reminder, because I know everybody's aware that like as soon as Kennedy is assassinated, right, and then LBJ it becomes the president. Oh, the Federal Reserve.
Right. No, exactly. Sorry. I got rock mangoes. I know rock mangoes, but I need to vet him. So I'm gonna have to hear his voice real quick. God damn it, dude! I can't overlay.
Put an overlay.
I could get absolutely fucked here. I can't.
Just put an overlay. There's blank ones in StreamYard, dude.
Oh, okay, that's him. Yep. All right, you can cam down if you want, bro. Welcome in, dude. How you doing, man?
Long time no see, you guys. How's life treating you?
It's good, dude. Good to see you, brother.
Living a dream.
Yeah, likewise.
You sexy nerd. I mean,
no, you're more sexy than I am. You got that sexy ass radio voice, man. I can go fucking debate on how homo I can get with you on that.
Oh man, yeah, they say you got a face for radio, but thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, Sunrise. No, so was Milton Hershey. Funny enough, Milton Hershey was supposed to be on the Titanic and then canceled at the last minute as well. Yep. Just a fun fact, guys. That's all fucking true. No, yeah. I know Rock Mangoes himself is legit. I just wanted to make sure it was actually him. Rock Mangoes, just so you know, dude, I had somebody like making fake accounts and trying to get on my stream with people who were in chat and people who I've chatted to before coming into the stream and then dropping gay porn on my stream and getting my shit.
Oh, I know. Down. I remember that. That was like a month ago or 5 weeks ago. Yeah, that was pretty atrocious on that person. Just
did I attract? No, I was there when. Did I attract that?
I don't think you attracted it, bro.
Am I the magnet? That's
because
no,
so I've also I don't know if it was the same person, but I was on EOD's stream and somebody came in and they came in specifically to call me the F slur, but they said it slow enough to where he caught it before you could hear the word. And it was like, damn, dude, like, you know, everyone was like, dude, you got some serious haters. I don't know what the fuck I did, bro. I just get on here and talk shit. That's all I do.
Anybody dislikes you.
The American flag has done it. You know what I mean? Especially with Trump putting that executive order to make sure it's treason. You know, it's like, oh, fuck this guy. He's probably gay anyways.
So what's treason now?
What up?
What's treason now? What's considered treason now?
Oh no. So like you know how
I missed whatever the executive order is. I'm just asking.
From what I understand, that Trump signed an executive order to where it's like a criminal offense that to burn the American flag, like let's say in a protester, and you're just like in spite, you know, like F America. You know, from what I understand.
Oh, that's yikes. That requires mind reading because literally it's part of flag protocol that if the flag touches the ground, you have to burn it to destroy it.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Like, so it doesn't say like if you burn the flag that it's a crime. What they're saying is if you burn the flag in the commission of a crime, it can be an additional charge of like up to a year in jail. Right? Now, here's my thing with that. If you burn a flag in your own backyard or on your own property, unfortunately, and I don't like this, but that's your right to do that. Okay? But if you're out in public and you burn a flag, I don't care if it's symbolic, you're committing arson.
Well, it has to be somebody else's property for it to be arson. But
Well-
also, there's a giant loophole on this: is just have 49 stars, and then it's not Old Glory, it's not the colors, it's not a U.S. flag, and then you can do whatever to it. This is the workaround. That's like a loophole that seems like not that well thought out as far as an executive.
Or have
executive
12 stripes,
executive
13
orders have
stripes.
no executive orders cannot impact the populace. It's only for the executive branch. That's all executive orders can do. 100%.
Okay. All right. Well, that's my ignorance on that part then, because my take on it is that I understand the burning of the flag for ceremonial purposes. I think that'll be a best way to describe it. If you're doing it because it has outlived its use or it touched the ground, I mean, like that'll be more like a ceremonious thing to do. I still kind of like eek about that. But if you're just out in a protest, defacing the flag and demoralizing the culture of that flag of which it manifested from, like sacrifice, so to speak, for independence and how we gained our sovereignty, I think that's I see that as a big issue, and I see that akin to treason. I really do. You know, people died for that flag, and people died for our freedoms, and to burn that out of spite because you don't agree with certain things in this country, that tells me that you don't care who died for your rights. All you care about is yourself. I can't deal with that.
Well, see, so when it comes to symbolism, I think the symbolism side is kind of fucking bullshit, right? And not what you're saying, but like the fact that it would be symbolism to burn your own property, because just like Are We Not Men is saying right here, if I were to drive my car in the middle of a metropolitan area and light it on fire, I'm going to jail. But what if I'm doing it because Toyota has...
What? No. Sorry, hang on. What Are We Not Men said? Yes, 100%. You can burn down your own house or car. You just can't claim that it was an accident on insurance. That's insurance fraud. You can 100% burn down your own house on your own property. That's on a public road. That on your own property, yeah, you can.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If it's on your own property, that's not a big deal. But if I'm doing that in the middle of a road, am I not going to jail? Right? In the middle of a metropolitan area.
Blocking traffic, probably. Maybe not jail. You probably get like a ticket, though, I would imagine.
Well, the problem I have with this question that Are We Not Men that presented is that, you know, for one, a car is totally different from a piece of cloth that is a flag that we use to quilt. You know, like if you burn a car, you got gas, you got battery, and you got a lot of EPA violations that'll affect the environment and also the risk and health of other people. Same thing with the house, especially if the house is used by gasoline, you know, like gas to heat the house or use it for culinary uses. So I don't see, you know, like if somebody was to ask questions because they see it as equal to, you know, like to throw in a house or a car, that would be a false comparison policy to say that if the Are We Not Men is trying to get to that. I can't infer the reason why he's asking that, but he's, you know, I will take it that he's scoping to see what consistent is my logic here. You know, like a flag is not the same as a potential explosive device that, you know, like a house or a car, so to speak.
Okay, hold on. Check this out.
Also, Mangoes, can you change your mic? You got a lot of clicking going on. Is there any way that you can deal with that or not?
No, I'm actually on my phone. I got you on speaker.
Just a second.
So
If you could, this.
Hey,
Hold on, guys. Wait. Listen to this. Many states have expanded arson laws so they are not limited to burning someone else's property. Arson of personal property is illegal if it endangers others or if it's done to commit fraud. You can be charged with reckless burning, a lesser offense than arson, if you act with wanton disregard for the safety of others. A car fire is inherently reckless due to the risk of explosions or the unpredictability of fire. Same with a flag, except the explosions. You never know what kind of wind can kick up and can light a tree on fire, whatever. Public endangerment, it covers creating a dangerous situation that risks the safety of the public.
Yeah.
Environmental.
That sounds like seatbelt laws.
Yeah, but when a car burns, it releases toxic chemicals, which, as we all know, most of these flags are made of polyurethane. That's a toxic chemical when burned.
Polyester.
From plastics, rubber, and other materials, you could face significant fines from environmental protection agencies for this kind of pollution. You would be financially and legally responsible for any damage the fire causes to public property, such as the road surface or to nearby buildings or other vehicles. And you can be billed for the fire department's expenses relating to extinguishing the blaze. So
yeah, that's 100%. No, those last 2 points, 100%. Yeah, you're liable for damage and any, like, if public services have to do things, but you can definitely burn down your own house if you're not going to try and claim insurance on it. That used to be okay. It, like, go way back. There's actually precedent for this. It used to be way more time efficient to burn down your house when you wanted to move. Burn down your house so you could recover the nails, so you could build your new house. Because wood was a plentiful resource, and the nails had manufacturing involved. This used to be a thing in the United States, even.
Wow.
I'm not saying that that's what you should be doing now, because nails are cheap now. However,
well, and houses are made of.
He's right about that. That was like in the mid to late 19th century. Yeah, I remember that, because it was so hard.
A long time.
But I'm less talking about your own house on your own property and more about burning something that is your own personal property in a public space. These people who are out here burning flags, they're also burning cars that don't belong to them, but they're burning flags on the cars or next to the cars, or
burning
a bunch of people
things
around.
In a public space is 100% an issue. I'm talking everything that I was talking about, and that what just the baseline is destroying your own property on your own property. That's like, there's nobody can say shit about it.
Correct.
If you endanger somebody else, if you cause damage somewhere else, or you're doing it in public, where like you're on public land or on a road, that's a little different. And then you got to kind of get into the nuance, a little bit more details.
Right. But that's what I'm saying, right? Is like, I'm less like, if someone wants to burn the flag on their own property, fuck it, dude. That's your property. Do what you want to do, right? Like, I don't agree with
you can 100%
it.
burn down your own house. If you're not trying to claim insurance on it, you can 100% burn down your own house.
Yeah, well, see, like, I don't agree
1,000%.
with that. I don't agree. Like, if I had my way, nobody would want to burn the American flag, right? But if you're gonna, if you have your own property and that's what you want to do for some fucking pussy ass symbolic reason, go ahead. I don't really, like, it's none of my business at that point. That's your property. You can do drugs. You can do whatever the fuck you want on your own property. That's none of my business. But the second that you go into a public space and start lighting shit on fire, that, regardless of what it is, I don't give a fuck if someone wants to say that's free speech because it's a flag or what. If you're in a public space and you're lighting shit on fire, that's a fucking crime. To me,
kind of an issue.
It doesn't matter what it is, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we saying?
It's an issue to, like, if you're burning something in public space, that's either taxpayer dollars paid for wherever you're at, the things that are there, either taxpayer dollars paid for it or private property that has become public via, use case.
Yeah.
So that's 100%. You're causing
sunrise. Neither am I.
Somebody else's property.
I can actually understand to the point of the private property argument, because that is also part of the American ethos. It's not like we're communist or autocracy to where the property in question is controlled by the state. I agree with that. You can call it personal belief. That I do see it, that burning the American flag in the context of, like, let's say, on the streets protesting, like what you see all the time in LA and Portland, I do see that as a form of treason. I just do. That's just me personally, and I'll just keep it there.
I agree with you. However, like, I was active duty, and like, hey man, part of the oath is, hey, we're doing this. I mean, part of the implied piece of the oath is, hey, we're doing this to protect your right to act like an idiot.
Yeah.
Sunrise has got the idea. Yeah, I mean that's like I agree, right? I agree. I don't consider burning things speech either, but I can have a bonfire in my backyard on my property. That means I can burn a flag in my backyard on my property, right?
The thing is,
now, regardless, I'm not saying I agree with doing that. And in my perfect world, no one would even fucking want to, right? No one would. But people want to, and people will. And if they do it on their own property, I don't give a fuck. Post it to Reddit so you can get your upvotes, and all your fucking lame-ass liberal friends will think you're really fucking cool and you're making a statement or whatever. If that's what someone wants to do on their own property, fine. The second you go into public space, though, that's when it should be a crime. And I am unwavering in that, by the way. Like, there's no reason anybody... If someone was burning a Mexican flag in the middle of the fucking street downtown, go to jail, dude. Like, that's just where it's at. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just the American flag. You're lighting shit on fire in a fucking public space. Okay? Bottom line. That should not be tolerated. That's what, like, okay, like, I know, look, Birmingham is like the 6th most dangerous city in the country, whatever. It is what it is, right? This is something that's been happening for, like, Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah. It's the 6th most dangerous city in the country. Yeah.
Not the England one.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. The new one. Yeah.
The one in England's not all that safe either, by the way.
No, it's not at all. Yeah. There's a bunch of people that have guns and shit here instead of knives. So, Jeremy, is there any way I can vet you, brother? Here, hold on. Okay, that's you. Never mind.
Is that Jeremy?
Jeremy, show your penis on camera in the back chat.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, Grumple.
That's how that works.
Find your games elsewhere, bro.
Oh, such hatred and vitriol.
Hatred.
we get a VK champion apparently.
Well, yeah. Anyway, you guys were talking about the flag and whatnot, and like I figured I would come up. Like, I want to also agree. I tend to lean towards the burning a flag in private property and all that. I want to also go on the lines of that being, within your right or your freedoms, right? But there's one argument that I can't contend with, and I figure I'd present that, see if you guys have a challenge to it. Because this is the one thing that has me saying, okay, you can be blocked from burning it at any capacity, which is there's a lot of symbolism and what around the flag. It is seen as an emblem, right, for what it represents. When you do the Pledge of Allegiance and all that, you pledge to the flag. You're not pledging to America. You're pledging to the flag of America. And that said,
and to the republic for which it stands.
Right. Sure. Right. But the point is in that regard, it is seen as an emblem. Well, we also have bald eagles that are seen as an emblem. And there is the Bald Eagle Protection Act that prevents you from killing. You can't hunt. Actually, it goes beyond that. You can't.
They're endangered, though.
No. They're not. They're not endangered.
Are they not anymore?
They're removed off the endangered list. But that doesn't matter. Okay. The Bald Eagle Protection Act of 1940 has nothing to do with them being an endangered species, but has to do with the fact that they are an American emblem. And that act doesn't just go against killing them. You can't even disrupt their ecosystem. You can't even, if they're dead, you can't even sell their corpse, their remains, their feathers, none of that. You can't fuck with an eagle.
And don't get caught with an eagle feather too, by the way.
I'm sorry. Let me correct that. You can't sell feathers and stuff if you have you've gone through and gotten permits and stuff of that sort. But you can't just go and find
Right.
a dead eagle and sell their feathers.
Bald eagles are giant and vicious, and I wish you well in your endeavor if you want to get into a fight with one. You're probably not going to end up all that. You ever seen that meme with like a cat on the top of a fence and a bald eagle? Like, this is
great, Grumple. That was nowhere near the point that was being made. That's
oh no, it was about bald eagles. It was on point. Thank you.
It was not. Again, you
was.
can't even disrupt their ecosystem, Grumple. That wouldn't even be fighting with a bald eagle. Like, you can't go cut down a forest that has bald eagles in it. All that shit is completely protected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those environmentalists, they like. So there's 2 saltwater desalination factories, I guess you'd call them, plants in Californistan. One is in production. One has been delayed. It's over 10 years now. And the most recent reason that I have for it is because the footer, like the pipe that's coming out of the water, it would to turn it on would disrupt turtle habitats. So that makes sense. Disrupting habitats. The environmentalists are gone bonkers. It's girls gone wild, but environmentalists gone wild.
But my point is, and this is why I can't contend with that, is the bald eagles currently are protected because they're an emblem, not because they're endangered.
I mean, I get where you're coming from with that. Here's my only thing. I'm not like, what sucks is like now the only contending argument I would have with that, and I'm contending with it just for the sake of like debate, right? Like, I do not believe the flag should be allowed to be burned at any capacity, but it is. So the only thing I would say to that is the thing that makes the flag different is that it's not a living thing, right? Like, it's not something that is alive,
Well, I would agree with that, only except for the fact that, again, even if I came across a dead eagle, I couldn't loot it of its feathers and things like that. Like, possessing those feathers from a dead bald eagle.
With that attitude, you won't.
I want to know, from a legality standpoint, I can't do it. If I didn't go and acquire permits and things like that to have those, I can't do it.
That's a good point.
Some people get
done, dude, look, if I had my druthers, anyone who wanted to burn the American flag would get fucking ported. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like, that's and that may seem radical, but like, if you hate the country that much, get the fuck out. Get out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's absolutely grotesque to burn the American flag. Outside of the fact that it is the ceremonial practice of a flag that is completely tattered and needs to be properly disposed of, because that's also a thing too, right? So I don't
part of flag protocol.
Right.
Well, the thing, I would try to argue against it with the basis of the fact that the American flag is not a living being to begin with, and also too, on top of that, the American flag can be also ownership of private property at the same time versus a bald eagle, which you cannot own as a piece of property. And if you were to reverse
but why can't you own it?
What?
But why can't you own a bald eagle?
Because it's protected.
Right.
Right. But the thing is that it's protected because it's a living animal. That's the main issue.
No, it's protected because it's
just hold on. Let me finish. Let me make a point. Hold on.
Let me
finish.
Go ahead.
So not only that it's because it's not a living thing, the American flag, but the thing what really makes it a key element that when they throw, and I have to agree with a certain element that when they say it's freedom of speech, only if it was in the aspect of the private property. And if you were to say outlaw it on the same basis of the American eagle, one, you have a lot more criminals overnight, and two, you just took the power of freedom from them, even though you may not agree with it. That's the most important part of a free world, that if you not agree with something, yet it's within their own confines in a responsible manner, doing something that we don't agree with, that should still be allowed, because if you're going to take it away from them, now you're taking the power away from them, and that shows that that we're willing to do X because thing is bad. You know, you got to be careful with that when you're legislating people's liberty on different occasions versus the American flag and the bald eagle.
Yeah, so you completely glossed over a simple point. You kind of.
Well, you asked for an answer, and I gave you an answer. I'm giving
Well,
you,
yeah,
I'm,
but
I'm giving
again,
you a counter argument on that.
But again, you pointed out that you can't own the bald eagle because it's protected, and he said it's protected because it's a living creature. That's not accurate. You can own
Well,
birds.
not only that, it's a
Wait,
civic,
no,
it's a civic
hey, no.
liberty,
Look,
though. There's a
I
civic
let you.
liberty
I
behind
let
it.
you speak without interruption, so you'll let me speak
Yeah,
without interruption.
but you're making a straw man out of my argument.
No,
though.
I'm restating what you said, and then I'm commenting on that. You'll let me finish, and then you'll get your turn again. So again, you can own birds. You by the law, the phrasing, you can own dogs and other living creatures. So saying that you can't own the bald eagle because they're living is a bad argument. The reason you can't own eagles is literally because they are protected, because they're a symbol, an emblem of the United States. It's our national seal. So by that same logic, they could easily do the same thing with a flag and say it is a seal. You can't own this thing, but you can essentially buy the right to fly it or display it or any of those things. When you go to the store and get a flag, you're buying the right to display it, but you don't own this thing. Just like the dollar bill in your wallet, you don't own that dollar bill, but you have a right to have it so you can trade it for goods. If you owned that, you would be able to destroy it. But that's actually a law that you can't destroy the dollar bill in your wallet.
Ooh, we getting deep now, dog. We getting deep now, dog.
So now I'll give you your turn to refute all of that.
Okay. So the issue I have with your argument is that, for one, if we're talking about solely on the basis of the emblem of America, then bringing other external components, like let's say other living things, to prove a point, is mute. Then I mean, like, if it can work both ways. If your argument is that, well, why not the American flag should be protected, and then if you're using a living thing, both are emblems of America. So I don't understand the fundamental ethics that you're bringing in other things, with the exception of the dollar bill, that's an American embodiment, you know. And also the bald eagle, you just can't own it, right? We all agree that that's unanimous. You just can't own it, and we all accept that. And now all of a sudden we're going to be asking questions because now we're throwing this argument out there that, okay, the bald eagles are protected, then why isn't the American flag? It kind of sounds like that would be an argument for somebody with trying to throw that the American flag is a protected emblem and icon as the bald eagle. And the issue is that you can own the flag and not risk any health issues with it, and potentially burn it if you wish to. I'm trying to figure out, why is it a big deal to where, when you got a life here that's protected and the flag that isn't. I don't understand that. I'm throwing out, like, the American ethos out of there. I'm throwing the American ethos out of there with the with the symbology behind it with that.
No,
Man, I hate that I'm taking the devil's advocate position on this, because like I would like immediately like go to the point of saying, like, just fucking deport anyone who burns an American flag to whatever other country. Like, it doesn't matter what country. Send them to fucking Uganda or Sudan, where they can dodge bullets out there. But here's my main argument. So what if I myself, my person, buy the supplies and sew my own American flag just so I can burn it?
It has to be different.
But no. I made this thing. I sewed this thing myself.
Yeah,
what?
That's how like the getting around of like defacing the flag for like the blue stripe and red stripe flags get around it, is because they're not first a full Old Glory that's then changed. It's one that's made with that, which makes it not actually like the American flag.
Right. But I'm giving Jeremy some contention to his argument here. So he's saying that you know, in his hypothetical, it would be you go and you buy it. You're not buying the actual flag itself, but you're buying the right to fly it. Well, what if I fucking sew one? I sew every stitch on my own, every thread.
Yeah, I don't know. Good point. Again, I don't know. I would like to lean towards the free speech side of it, but I don't. I can't.
Fuck that! You burn a flag. Get out of my country, bitch. That's where I'm at.
Like I said, I think it's extremely grotesque to do, and I just that's one thing I struggle with contending with. Even to the point RK Mangles is on, he's talking about the fact that bald eagles protected on the living side, but again, their corpses are protected. You can't, like I said, you can't go take the feathers from a dead bald eagle. That is also part of the protection.
Well, again, not with that attitude, you're not gonna.
No, from the law standpoint, you can't do it, Grumple. Doesn't matter what
Jeremy,
No, you can do anything you want. Just there's repercussions.
Yeah, Jeremy.
No,
he's
from a
just
legal standpoint, Grumple, you can't do it.
Hey,
I
Paige,
totally
I need
No,
you
you
to
can do anything. There's repercussions.
From a physical standpoint, yes, I can do those things. From a legal standpoint, no, I can't do those things.
Sounds like somebody's never had eagle steak, and it shows.
Jesus Christ, dude, shut up. I had drumsticks, okay? Damn. Oh, fuck.
I wonder what bald eagle meat tastes like, bro. It's probably gamey as fuck, dude.
Probably really thick because it
What's up,
flies.
Michael? Good to see you, man. Welcome in, dude. Welcome in. It's probably gamey as all hell, dude.
And Jeremy, I would say though too, like if you're going to say like, okay, well the bald eagle is dead, therefore it's the same as the American flag, where it's not a living thing. I would say that's still a false comparison because the flag doesn't come from an egg.
Hey, I'm cooking dinner in the back, so I'm just gonna turn off.
Oh boy,
Hey, Paige.
Oh,
Hey,
you're
you
good.
should probably
Sorry,
not
my
put
bad.
dinner in the
didn't
back.
mean to, I didn't mean to
Just-
yank you up so
FYI.
fast. Sorry.
I should probably not cook dinner in the back. Why not?
Yeah,
It's
I
all
mean, you
good.
shouldn't. I mean, that's one thing you shouldn't put in the back. You know,
Hey, let me
just
get
talked
some.
about food.
it was a sex joke. Calm down.
Oh yeah, see that's why it went over my head.
What the fuck?
I don't have a sex life, so
Mangles, I didn't say it was the same
She's a
thing.
real woman, dude.
I stated that they're still protected after their
Right.
death. Corpses are protected. So where you're referring to the protection is because they're living, they're still protected when they're not living.
yeah. What about passports? Why is it also like? Why is it a hate crime to burn the LGBTQ flag or the trans flag, but not the American flag or the Canadian flag?
It's
All
crazy.
because of racism.
It's fucking crazy. I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
like,
I mean-
here's my thing. I know this sounds bad. If you burn one of those flags in public, you should go to fucking jail. Not because of what the flag stands for, but because you're lighting something on fire in public. That's not a statement.
Honestly, it's
wanna
either
ask a
nylon or
question.
polyester. Usually, it's just gonna melt like super quick.
I
It's not
want to
really
ask a
endangering
question.
much.
Exactly, it's
about
an
that,
environmental hazard. Lefties, oh, climate change.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, they only care about that when it's politically expedient for them. They don't give a fuck about it any other time. You know what I mean?
Paige, I do want to ask you a question since you brought up like it's a hate crime essentially to burn or deface the LGBT flag. I'm really curious because do you think that the Confederate flag is more American than the LGBT flag? I'm talking about the stars and bars and the Northern Virginia battle flag. Do you think that's more American?
From the
American?
it's
not a trap
popularized in
question.
the Battle of Northern Aggression.
Okay, look, the Confederate flag is obviously more essential to American culture and history than the LGBT or DQ or trans flags because those are recent flags. Those are modern products of modern ideas and philosophy. Those aren't like historical flags. That's my
just for a point of reference, the the amusement park Six Flags. Everybody,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure is aware, has heard of it at least. The original one's in Texas, and the original one is called Six Flags Over Texas, and it was originally the Six Flags, and they flew all six flags because it's a reference to all six flags that have flown over the Republic of Texas, the land that is the Republic of Texas, and one of them is the Stars and Bars. They changed it to be six American flags due to I guess you'd call it woke nonsense. Just so because they're like all of the flags, so it's all gone now. You can't see them. It's just 6 American flags anymore. Never like your rubber ducky.
Always
in the
good to
house.
see you, my man. Thanks for dropping in, dude.
Keep it sexy.
All right. So
That was the entire point. It wasn't a good one, but it was a point.
it's all good. Let's watch this this press briefing because I still haven't seen this yet today. It happened while I was at work. My helicopter flew over and scrambled my internet. Yeah, 100%, dude.
You got some black
I-
helicopters?
Yeah.
Surveillance
Sucks.
video of the killing was finally released to the public this past Friday. It shows the
Yeah, dude, this happened like fucking 2 weeks ago. And it's just getting media attention now.
Oh, I saw this today.
boat.
Yeah.
Valid
No one
point on
gave a
Daniel
fuck.
Penny.
That was a laser. That was
Nobody
a Hilo.
gives
That
a
was
fuck
laser.
when it's a black dude killing a white person or a black person killing a white person. No one gives a shit.
I
Okay.
bet you Irina wished that Daniel Penny would have been there for that.
No, yeah, I bet. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
she had a fucking Black Lives Matter flag in her bedroom. Yeah.
Really?
How ironic is that?
alleged killer, DeCarlos Brown Jr., pull out a knife, get up from his seat behind Irina, and prepare to thrust a blade into her neck before the released footage gets cut. This is pure evil on full
Disgusting.
display. The most enraging and unacceptable part of this story is that her death was entirely preventable. DeCarlos Brown never should have been on that train that night. In fact, he should have been behind bars. DeCarlos Brown has been charged with crimes no fewer than 14 times, dating back to 2011, including for armed robbery, felony larceny, breaking and entering, and shoplifting. Brown had previously served 5 years in prison for a robbery with a deadly weapon charge, and he had also forfeited bonds 3 different times, twice in 2014 and once in 2023. Despite all of this past documented criminal history, when Brown was arrested yet again in January of this past year, a Democrat judge, I will add was a
No, are we not men? They're not losing their shit because she was white. Who gives a fuck?
All the
Whiteness is
passengers-
bad.
Yeah, all the passengers around her were mostly people of color too.
Yeah, and they didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a form of racial supremacy. It really is.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. All of this, like, you know, no one gives a fuck about anything. Like, you know, they pulled up the statistics on this, and it's like over 3 times as many white people get killed by black people as black people get killed by white people. And the only argument they have is, but it's disproportionate to the population. Go fuck yourself.
Per capita is racist, you see.
Go fuck
That's-
yourself.
Racism with numbers, because math is racism. Don't you know?
They only
it's-
kill this
what-
percentage of white people, not this percentage of black people.
What
It's
what
fucking
really
crazy.
makes it scary is that, you know, when it really makes it scary is that anytime I see this thing happen over and over again, it really makes me think about the Nazi Party and how they treated the Jews before they threw them into ghettos. You know what I mean? Like, if they had the power to do so, they'll do it in a heartbeat. I know they would. And I'm seeing this form of anti-white racial supremacy. It really is, you know, and it's just like, if we don't be careful on the track we're going, and if we don't, you know, hold these people accountable, it's going to happen all over again. It's going to be Schindler's List, and it's not going to be a picnic. I mean, like, we're very close to that. People don't understand how close we are to repeating that all over again.
It's just it's the same color revolution bullshit that our government has done in other countries, dude. And they've been doing it for fucking years. It's the same shit.
I don't want to believe that every, you know, black person is like that, because like I work with some very
They're not.
educated, respectable black people, but it's just, this is such unfortunate timing considering all of the fatigue that's going on, and not just you guys' country but ours. And like to add insult to injury, somebody did a GoFundMe for this guy. Like
multiple.
Now
they all got taken down and the money was refunded. But there were multiple GoFundMes made for this dude.
I live in Canada.
Saying that he needed fair justice or some bullshit like that. The guy's been arrested and put in jail like 14 times. And then he just senselessly killed this chick on a fucking subway. Get bent, dude. Rot. Under prison. You know what I mean?
Ship him out to Guantanamo at this point. He can't even be in American society.
So what were the other charges he's had prior to this latest one?
Felony assault.
Yeah.
I'll look them up really quick.
Like I'm not defending him, man. I almost think like I am against the death penalty, but like
robbery with a dangerous weapon, larceny and breaking and entering, communicating threats, assault, misuse of 911. I mean, like, this is not a fucking good dude.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Like, I'm not for the death penalty, but guys like this could be
That's why I'm favored for the death penalty.
Sway my opinion.
Well, if you saw the video footage of him walking through the train afterwards, he's like, I got her. I got that white bitch or white chick or whatever. Yeah, like he knows that's what it's about. It's all politics and stuff in his crazy crackhead brain or whatever the frick that guy's on, right?
I think maybe deep down he thinks that he's going to be a hero if he's a martyr because, like a political martyr. You know what I mean? Like, I think, it's really bad nowadays because, like, to Paige's point, I try to keep myself in the, in the realms of logic. It's like this kind of thing happens all the time and we don't know about it, but yet this one right here happens to get cherry picked for us to see. It's like industrial size rage baiting with race hustling, and it's just, everybody does that. I'm not excusing this dude. He should get the electric chair or a firing squad. I'm just saying that this happens so much, and it's just like manipulating the masses and misleading them into a wrong direction when the media picks certain stories so the people can react to it in a way that kind of blinds them from a rational judgment perspective about how the real world actually works in general.
See, hold on. Wait. I need to cut this off at the knees, okay? It's less about this one specific incident, and it's more about the fact that this was basically hidden from the public for 2 weeks, and somebody else found out about it. There was video of it, and now 2 weeks later, people are finding out, oh, a black dude killed a white person, or a black person killed a white person, and the media didn't go fucking ballistic over it. But the second somebody, like for instance, okay, just around the block from my place, there was a quote unquote mass shooting, and it was all over the news. And then they immediately stopped talking about it when they realized it was some black drug dealer who was doing a targeted hit on someone in a rival gang. And like 4 or 5 people got killed. Okay. So that is the issue. The issue is less about the specific incident, and it's more about the fact that whenever it's a white person committing a crime, it's all over the fucking news. Everyone talks about it constantly. But the second a black person commits a crime, they want to shut it up. They don't want to talk about it. They don't put it out there anywhere. Why do we have to look it up? We fucking saw it, dude.
New York Times refused to report on this. Yet NYT will not report on this to date. Like, there's actual evidence of that.
Well, I mean, that's just like it's not looking it up, bro. It's seeing the course of events, right? When a white person commits a crime that's heinous, especially against a black person, the media broadcasts it all over the fucking news. Everywhere. Everyone fucking hears about it.
That's
or a mass shooting
narrative.
But when it's a black person, they don't fucking talk about it. And like, I don't even really like Ann Coulter all that much, but she was right.
You have people believing that it's like thousands of unarmed, melanated individuals getting just gunned down by police every year. You have people that believe that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
like 15.
I think it's
like 12, dude.
Well, Have you ever talked to like a conservative Black person? I've talked to one online.
Yeah, they're my friends.
Yeah, they have the same like viewpoint on this. They're like, it's out of control. Like, this is like a bad representation of what good Black people are doing for America and Canada. Yeah.
And what's sad about it is that those Black Republicans get called coons or Uncle Toms. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting how they're treated by their own people.
In Texas, they get treated. I mean, I don't think there's anybody doing that in Texas. That's
by how it comes out. It's very easy.
Other cities that are
by how it comes out, Michael. How do we check if the news coverage is fair? By how it comes out.
Like I don't know if this is a popular term where y'all are from, but the phrase like white trash and stuff was really prominent in my community where I grew up, because I grew up in a farming community for most of my youth. And there was people that were there, and like they were notorious for doing crap, like having a bunch of welfare babies, you know, like living off the system, getting in multiple domestic disputes, and we were like ashamed of those people. We were like, I hope there's not more of those people because they're bringing a bad name to the community.
You want links, dude? Just watch the fucking news.
Yeah, I think my.
I mean, it's this isn't like a. I need links. I need to see how you're measuring this. Yeah, dude, watch the news.
Well, the thing is that, you know, in my opinion, Michael Hatch is playing the role as the ostrich, burying his head in the sand, so he doesn't have to be alert and see what's going around him, so he doesn't bear responsibility of what he's seeing for the actions that need to be taken to correct that. And that's not just him alone, but that's like a mass people. You know, it's like a very big mass of people that do that they just want to deny because it's personal. It's my personal opinion that I believe that to be true, that people would ignore it so they don't have to bear the responsibility to have a duty to fix it. I do believe that that's a cultural phenomenon in our politics and our culture nowadays in America or the Western society. I personally believe that.
Well, and it's the same thing. Yeah, right. No shit. It's the same thing where people, you know, they'll say like, you know, I need links. I need some form of undeniable proof for this thing that I don't want to believe. But then Trump had sex with a 12-year-old, and yep, that's true. Believe that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that fucking complex, dude. We've been talking about this for years.
I had a conversation with an actual friend that tried to equivocate. Okay. The Ashley Biden journal with Trump getting accused of basically the grab him by the pussy.
What?
Like saying these two are the same thing, and then they're all like
that's deranged Trump syndrome, left wing cult, though, you know.
Yeah, it's legit TDS.
Yeah,
and this person's like a friend too.
You know what's crazy though? There's reasons why people don't have to like Trump, but how they go about it, it's just they go so far beyond in the actual realms of, you know, rationality. It's just ridiculous. There's reasons why not to like anybody, but when you go to the extent of attacking him for the last 10 years effectively, you know, like it gets to the point you cry wolf, and we just don't care anymore. We don't care. Like we'll judge what we see of how he acts, but we don't care what you know. We're past that point nowadays. I'm just tired of those people and the thing is that, you know, like for one of the examples that the left wingers will do that they deny the facts is that look at the pandemic that we went through 5 years ago, and they blame Trump for everything, that he didn't do anything, even though he had Operation Warp Speed and did whatever he could to help mitigate the effects of it. And then once there's new data that came out that proved a lot of people wrong about people who were pro taking the jab, you know, they're just in denial of it. They're in denial of everything that came out that was contradictory to their beliefs, and it's all they tie it with Trump, like he didn't do anything, and that's what the Democrats ran on in the 2020 election. He didn't do anything. He killed a lot of people. He's responsible. Why would you elect that? In 2024, it's like, well, he's a convicted felon, and he's yeah. It's they just don't stop, and it's like, well, we don't care no more. You're pushing people from your own side to the right because they're tired of your shenanigans. It's you know. Anyways, I'll stop. You know.
Well, you know, this can be avoided on like either side. To Michael Hatch's point and to your point as well, RK Mangoes, is you consume like the other side's media every once in a while, not all the time, right? But every once in a while, you're like, okay, I'm interested in this story. Let me see what the other
it's called opposition research.
Exactly. Like my dad is a centrist, so he watches a lot of CNN because he's very interested in U.S. politics because we live on the border, like well, my family does, and yeah. I will like literally ask him a question. I'll be like, hey, I've been hearing from my Republican friends about this. What's your take on this? And he's a smart guy. He'll usually tell me like, hey, this is what I've heard. This is my take on it. Right. And I will consume those news sources myself. So Michael Hatch, just read a fucking book is the short answer.
I am not sponsored by these people, but if you want to see what a good like neutral standpoint on what stories are being covered by what like politically leaning media outlets, right, center, or left, ground fucking news. Pay for it. If you really want to see like who's covering what, who's not covering what, ground news. That's going to show you all you need to see.
Because if you rely on the algorithm, you're just going to see stuff that's within your purview.
And
personal bias.
Then you're not going to believe shit that the people you don't agree with say. So just go to ground news. They're not biased. Like, just go to ground news. That's all.
Hey,
next.
To your point,
media share.
It's really hard to watch American media because each side slams each other, and it gets to be a cesspool. I do agree, to pay attention to what they're saying so you know what they're hearing. But I go a step beyond that. I go to worldwide news, like Al Jazeera, Deutsche Welle, Sky News, BBC. I go news around the world, especially with world events, but they do talk about us here in America, and it's kind of, you do hear a correlation of left-wing rhetoric about Trump too. It's not just in America. I do see worldwide with these left-leaning news organizations worldwide that they have this disdain about Trump, and they bash him any chance that they get, similar to CNN. So there's a correlate there, and I'm just trying to say I agree with you, and I'm just explaining what I see around the world of what other news organizations say about us and Trump.
Mangoes,
here's really the bottom line and like the main thing to keep in mind when it comes to consuming any fucking news, okay? These are all for-profit companies. They know their customer base, and they're going to appeal to their customer base. The news gets shit wrong all the time. Right wing and left wing. This is not like specific to either side, okay? So just understand that they are more willing to put something out if it's incorrect as long as it draws people to their story.
Well, that's partially true, Mangoes. I'm sorry, lower class, but there's two things I want to go. First, I want to comment on Mango's thing about news sources like Al Jazeera and whatnot. Like, it's not a U.S. problem that news is biased. That's a problem across the world. You mentioned Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera themselves are faced with accusations of being biased all the fucking time. They bring their biases out in their stuff as well.
This is why Al Gore. Don't worry about that.
This is why you don't just adhere to a single news source. While lower class is saying check out ground news, that's a great idea. Check out ground news, but you should also watch other news publications and stuff that they're presenting as well, and compare. And you're going to get some bias there, but you're still going to be able to compare that against the other ones. And usually that's where you bleed through the find the truth that bleeds through, right? But the shit, and I forgot the last thing you stated on lower class that I wanted to touch in.
Oh, just,
But just-
how like
Just to be,
they're totally more willing to get a story out
Yeah.
first.
yeah,
To be correct.
I got it. And
rage
that
baiting.
I got that, and you're right. In that case, but they bring their biases out, so they figure out what's going to go to cater to their audience for their bias. But the other thing is to get them right, and this kind of works. They do it to get the viewership, but it does work against them in a lot of cases. Is they're also trying to break the story. They want to be the first to get the story out, so they forgo some of the due diligence of getting the right data out. So they just want to get the story out, and they just get the story out with half details.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, it leads. You know,
Yeah,
that's just the
good
nature
one.
of the business.
And to be very clear, I absolutely agree with everybody. I absolutely agree with you guys. I do. You know.
Michael, by the way, no, you're good, man.
Pretty gay.
And I hope it doesn't seem like we're dogpiling on you, but I just want you to know I like having you around, bro. That was a great conversation we had.
Well, does he want to come up? Like, is he going to come up or?
He's always welcome to. He knows that. He was just up the other night.
Okay. I'm just thinking instead of like having this like he literally has typed a novel equivalent in the chat.
Yeah. Michael knows he can come up. That's fine.
Yeah, just saying.
But
Michael, why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
No, you are gay.
That just still gets me to this day.
that was such a legendary clip, dude.
Or my favorite one is, why are you running? Why are you running? I love that one.
All right, let's get back to this press release.
Yeah.
Porter, a strong supporter of former Vice President Kamala Harris, released this insane criminal once again without requiring him to pay any bail. He simply had to sign a written promise to return for his court hearing. Think about how crazy it is to ask a career criminal.
He's making it back to court, I guess.
Oh, he'll be back. He's honest. He's a good person.
Yeah, he's definitely making it back to court now. That's for sure.
The emblem of the
Someone-
American citizen.
Yeah.
who by
Who is his
definition
public
repeatedly
defender?
breaks the law to just sign a written promise and come back again another day. This is madness. This monster should have been locked up. An arena should still be alive.
Not locked
But
up.
Democrat politicians, liberal judges,
Something
and weak
else.
prosecutors would rather virtue signal than lock up criminals and protect their communities. And perhaps most shamefully of all, the majority of the media, many
See, here's this is you guys want a hot take here? You know, it's all good, bro. It's all good. But you know what my biggest issue with the death penalty in America is?
It's not used
What?
enough.
The fact that it literally is held up in appellate courts. It takes 20 years, and we pay for
Yeah, it's like 10
every
years.
dime of that with our fucking tax dollars.
Yeah,
It's-
wasn't there a documentary on that? Like the death row It was like a couple death row documentaries, but they're literally there for years.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Yeah.
even serve the purpose for which it's intended to bring to force.
yeah. Like if we're gonna give people the death penalty, just take them out back and put a fucking bullet in their head and say whoopsie later if you fucked up. I know that sounds terrible, okay? But at the end of the day, like every time someone gets the death penalty, the American people, yes. When someone gets the death penalty, the American people pay for it. So either we just take them out back and shoot them, or we get rid of the death penalty entirely.
You know, I had a debate on this on EC's channel with Elderline about this topic a couple of months ago, and I was on the affirmative of the death penalty. Now, I understand the logic behind it, but the 25-year waiting, it's part of the process, and that's actually one meant to be a safeguard to make sure that the person who is condemned is the right person, because a death penalty is pretty serious business, because that's ending a life, and that is like the sanctity of life is where it turns people off of the death penalty in the first place. And the argument that I propose is that yes, it's a long process, but it's a self-correcting process to help prove the person innocent, so it doesn't be a statistic where they're executing an innocent person. And the only state in this country that has a higher rate would be Alabama, but that's a different case. But it's part of the system to where it does take that amount of time and the money. It's part of the self-correcting system. I'm repeating myself, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, and that's why,
Yeah.
I stand on the side of we need to just get rid of it, because now, Michael, I just want you to understand, I was like arguing in extreme position there, but I don't actually believe we should just drag people out back and shoot them the second that they get that they get like sentenced to death. I don't actually believe that.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is,
dude,
it needs to be one way or the other, right? Like either they get sentenced to death, and then that way the American people don't have to pay for them to be on death row for fucking 20 to 25 years before they either get the death sentence like commuted to life, or they get exonerated. I think that like just either we take them out back and cap them, or we just put them in prison for life anyway, right? Because if they're going to fight it the whole time and eventually get commuted, why are we paying for them to be in some special like sect of the prison where they have like higher restrictions and everything? Like death row isn't fucking peaches and cream, you know what I mean? It's like incredibly, you sit there by yourself, you have guards watching all the time, you get out for like an hour a week or some shit, however it works. I don't exactly know, but it's like just throw them into the fucking gen pop with the rest of the guys who are staying there in life. You know what I mean? I just don't, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, we removed it here like a long time ago. I think it was in like the 90s for the military and like the 70s for general public. But my thing with it is like, it's obviously from a Christian perspective. Like, I don't know. I used to not have like an issue with it because like I wasn't as like devoted as I am now. Like now I'm an Orthodox catechumen. But yeah, there's some people like they honestly can't be helped. And so the question is, okay, well, who bears the burden of that, right? Like, should the taxpayer bear the burden of that? Or should there be an exterior force that corrects the issue itself? I don't know. Probably shouldn't be making laws, but can't argue them in court.
Well, women making laws sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah. That's the joke, right? Haha.
I, for one, it's okay paying taxes for someone to be executed who deserve to be executed. Like I'm okay with it. Like, well, I say this person, and in the topic, I forgot the guy's name, but to stab the Ukrainian woman. In this particular case, I'm okay with using my tax dollars to see this guy getting executed. I'm fine with it. And just to be very clear, I want no misinterpretations. I'm inferring the death penalty for extreme and heinous crimes. That's with, of course, details to be used. To filter that out, but yeah, it's got to be extreme. Like in this case, lifelong criminal, just murdering innocent people, especially a war refugee. Is trying to find asylum from a war that her country is being invaded. Yeah, this guy needs to be put down like a sick puppy.
Well, you should be in jail, is I think what Caroline gets to. I'm not going to spoil too much of the surprise here, but she says like he shouldn't have been on that train. He should have been in jail because he's been a repeat offender. We don't just give second chances to people like unnecessarily, like the saying, like fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, that applies to legal situations too.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing is the situation here could have essentially been created in the sense that the guy's been brought up on multiple violent charges previously. The justice system did not actually enact justice upon him, but rather don't do that and let him back out there, right? In which case, when you don't get a just corrective measure, you don't learn the lesson. In which case, you escalate and do more, right? You keep testing your boundaries until you actually get the resistance, the penalty that warrants or the penalty that is warranted to match what your action was. And this guy never got that. So yeah, it just got worse and worse. In which case that makes him a product of the failed justice system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse, but it is.
Right.
Understanding.
Right. Like I said, I mean, I'm staunchly against the death penalty, but like I said, if there's ever a case to be made, like this would be one I wouldn't have a strong stance against execution of. But I can also say that the system failed to do its job with him.
Yeah, and I also think like those people that did absolutely nothing, if they had sufficient training at all, like I'm a first aid responder, I would have instantly been like, okay, let's like get something wrapped around the wound. Like there was a guy that eventually attended. He attended too late. If you have an arterial wound, which is like basically what Irina had, you need to get pressure on that wound like ASAP. Call 911, right? If you can. I don't know if they were within cell service. They should have gotten pressure on the wound, number one, called 911, number two, and number three, made sure that somebody stayed with her and like monitored her vitals. Like nobody did that. There was like at least, I don't know, a couple minutes, if not like 5 minutes before somebody actually attended to the situation. That's deplorable. That should be a civil offense.
Yeah, and I mean, like that stupid bitch that was sitting next to her, all she did was get up and walk.
Oh, she's like, oh shit, oh, this happened again? Like it was like literally like a casual Tuesday.
Yeah. Now for the people behind the chick, there's an argument for them of like they didn't see it because she was kind of like curled over, but that bitch was literally sitting right next to her. She could see everything. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's
very
it's a
disturbing.
sad state that this is where we're at, But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. The real issue that I have with this is the fact that, right. The real issue I have with this is that, this story doesn't get talked about. It gets covered up for 2 weeks, and now it's hitting the headlines because someone found out about it.
I didn't even know that it was 2 weeks because it's so right now on X, it's absolutely exploding.
Yeah, it's like that. It took place on like the 27th of August.
Jesus,
my guy, are you really that bad at?
Wow.
You're watching you try to do those things. Your coordination is so bad.
Get some salsa. No, what are you talking about?
Unfortunately, just after seeing the video, I'm pretty sure she was cooked. You know what I mean? Like, I hate saying it like that so callously, but like, I don't think there was anything helping her after that because, she passed out within seconds after that happened.
Yeah, she had a clear case of shock, and nobody attended because she wasn't in a position to like instantly be like, "Oh crap,"
yeah,
because that's what I would have. I mean, I'd like to think that's what I would have done. Is at least like take like my purse or something. I don't care what freaking purse it is. Put it close, like just keep it pressurized on the wound, right? She was just like you would have sworn that somebody called her a shit bag in her shoulder or whatever, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like the horror. Like if you look at the expression on her face, she looks like she's visibly shocked by something, but it's not the amount of shock that I would attribute to like an arterial wound, which is what she obviously faced. So. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that happens so often, though, Michael. This isn't like a one-off thing. This shit happens during these situations all the time, right?
Michael, do you get outside, dude? Like, I'm not being like an offensive person right now. I'm like, have you been outside? Like, have you lived in a troubled area? Like, I'm just saying, Michael. Just.
it kind of feels like he's trolling to a point.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like. Like people react differently. It's something that you're trained on if you're at least like somewhat familiar with, like I said, like first aid or psychological capacity. Like if you took even like psychology 101, you might be familiar with this.
Who's taking the surveys though, Michael? See, that's the issue I have with polls. Is like, who the fuck is taking these polls? Who are they?
It's not even that, Michael. It's like paying attention how people react and respond. It's not just like a one day you just sit out at Walmart, watch people, and you're going to figure out how society works. No, man. It's like years and years and years. You got to pay attention of how people stay, how they react to each other, what's the topic of contention, and how people respond to that. I mean, there's a lot of like, it's so dynamic. It's like asking yourself, how much of the universe do I know and how much I'm willing to multiply that so I understand the infinite reality of the cosmos. I mean, like, this is how people are. There's like you will never understand how people work because it's so complex, especially per person. And then you're trying to multiply that as for society when you got hundreds of thousands of people trying to coexist with each other. That's how you find out. You got to really pay attention and ask important questions, not in your echo chamber, but everybody else who are trying to navigate life in their own perspective. You got to do that. If you're not willing to do that, then you're just going to be lost throughout your whole life, understanding how things are working without you understanding how things work.
But see, also, Michael, like the big question I have here is, like those polls, right, and the surveys, those are the reflection of the people who go out of their way to take polls and take surveys.
Well,
I meet a lot of fucking people. I don't know anybody who's ever
Super
taken
minority.
There's an additional factor to that lower class too. That I mean, this is not an opposition to your remark, but it actually adds to it, which is in a lot of cases those polls are also conducted in opportune times where the political climate will also reflect a bias of those things. For example, if they would have polled things on injustice of the system and things like that towards Black people, if they would have done that maybe 2 weeks ago, I bet those results would be totally different than if they did that today after this particular incident got such publicity. I feel like the political climate is very different now in the sense that the justice system should be harsher in this. So that's another thing that you completely are overlooking in your regards to. There's several polls that say otherwise. Well, yeah, that's because they're conducted in opportune times to reflect that bias.
Right. And it's used as like a blanket statement. This is how people always think constantly. Well, this study shows, but it like in a lot of these things, these sample sizes are like fucking 200 people. And a lot of like college studies are 200 college students that go to that school. Now, all they have to do is get 5 people to go get 5 friends, and those people get 5 friends. And then boom, you have like over half of your sample size right there. And these are all people that you just know. So like a lot of this, I get it. I get you're defending polling, but
that's why you go ground news.
It's been fucking wrong. It's been so wrong, like in the past few years.
Yeah, I mean, polling worked really, really, really well in 2016, where Hillary was projected to have a pretty massive win against Trump, right?
Yeah, or in 2024 when they said Iowa was going to lose or go blue by like 14 points or some dumb shit like that. That's the thing, like it exactly. It has a long history. That's great. You know what else has a long history? Eugenics, and we still practice it today. Ever heard of Planned Parenthood? That's literally what it is. So, like, there's a long data set on how that works. Like, go listen to Margaret Sanger, dude. She was totally cool throwing in Black neighborhoods where they would kill their own kids so they couldn't grow their population. You do the numbers on that one, bro, you'd see the Black population would be double what it is today if it wasn't for fucking Planned Parenthood. It's insane, dude. You know what I mean?
Awful. That whole crap.
Hey guys, I'm getting off work. I'm gonna be driving home. I want to hop off. You guys have a great night. Lower class Rumpel, Jeremy, nice to see you guys again. It's been a while. I've been working different hours, so you ain't seeing me much. That's why. And Miss Paige, I saw you on Raging Tomato last night. You're awesome. So y'all have a great night. Take it easy and see you next time.
Mega, keep it sexy. Hey, come up for karaoke. Next karaoke
jumping in, bro. Jump in anytime.
By the way, Mango's probably going to be a new map on Arc here soon. Oh, fuck, he left.
God bless Mangoes. Jeremy, you're a VK champion. Maybe after the dinner is ready, or maybe now we can get into like a small debate. I don't want to completely derail lower classes stream, but I have won multiple rounds of VK, and I just wanted to raise one point in terms of what Arcane Mango said. Sorry.
Pretty gay.
Oh,
I mean, I'm heterosexual, so I don't know. Could I do a gay thing? I guess I'm a woman, right?
Grumple's a little sore. He's never won VK.
I kind of stopped going there. Just
Because it takes too long and your fifis.
Oh no, he got booted off the show.
It goes late.
He wasn't content.
No, it
He wouldn't
also
even
goes
answer
late.
a topic question, and he got mad. And
Chat.
he's been pooping about it.
Everybody, hey, there is a poll in chat. Take the poll. Take the poll.
Jeremy, you know all the lore.
I want to present
Well, yeah, I'm not.
scientific evidence to Michael Hatch here.
The only correct answer is yes. If you answer nah, trust the science. You are gay. I just want to be clear.
Yes, Grumple. I know the lore. I literally mod for Easy. I was there that night.
Okay.
Okay, Arcade Mangos made one good thing that I want to touch on. Well, actually, he made a bunch of good things, but this one I wanted to touch on. So the one superpower that women have is actually we're over analytical to a point where it's downright annoying. Where you're shut the fuck up, woman. This is getting excessive. But what it does do is it actually allows us to become in tune with certain situations. I wish Irina would have had a bit more of this. I don't know what was happening at the time. But we are very paranoid about certain things, and I think this is actually our main superpower. Math being, come on, Michael, you're just trolling at this point, bro. Find a bridge. Take a nice peat moss, terrain, and just make your troll bridge and just stay there. Stay there for the next 24 hours and get back to us.
All right, I am ending the poll. Guys, the date is in. Polls are fucking gay. Okay.
Wait. That question, does that make you gay for running a poll?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. I'm gay as hell. All right.
It's separated,
you see. I'll learn more about. You mean I'll I''LL learn more about survey science? Sorry, I'm the grammar police.
That's not a science. What?
Wait, Stamey, are you Polish? Hold on. If that's what he's going for here, that's fucking hilarious. Hold on, wait. Stamey, are you Polish?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Mike, dude, we're memeing, bro. You know that. There ain't no hard feelings or nothing like that, bro. I like. By the way, I like Michael Hatch. This is a good guy. All right, we don't agree on a whole lot, but no, we agree on some real good stuff though.
Okay.
There's some disagreements we have. Oh, okay. I thought. Sorry. I thought. I thought you were going with the line that people from Poland, Poles, are gay. Never mind. Sorry.
Well, does he know what does Nostrovia mean? I stammer. What is Nostrovia? What does that mean?
Isn't that Russian?
It's also Polish.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, that's all the Slavs use it. It means one thing and one thing in particular.
I'm pretty sure it means it's good fortune or something, right?
It's usually a cheers.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, it's a cheers thing. I don't know what it means.
Nostrovia.
Nostrovia.
In good health, yeah. In good health, yeah.
Yeah.
So he is a Polish person. Great. I'm glad we clarified. There you go. There's conclusive evidence. He knows what
I was thinking of Das Vidanya. My bad.
Das Vidanya. Yeah. Doesn't that mean goodbye?
Goodbye. Yeah.
Essentially.
Well, I guess
exactly goodbye.
I guess by that,
Michael, thank you, bro. Hey, you have a great night, dude. Thanks for stopping in chat, bro. I appreciate
it. Michael.
Shit, that means you can be born gay then.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I actually had two twin friends in undergrad that were Polish.
Polish Indians.
Yeah.
Do you have the kielbasa, my friend?
I'm also part of the Russian Orthodox Church, so I know a lot of Slavic people. But yeah.
Rokor. Okay. See, I have wanted to try it.
It's great. You get
There's
an
just no
amazing,
Rokors around
look
here.
at this amazing prayer rope that I have. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
And we're reading
how many beads are on it?
A dope book right now. It's called The Ethics of Beauty. It's by Thomas Pattisaz.
Paige, how many beads are on it?
33, of course.
Okay, just checking.
Do you even Orthodox, sir?
No, I'm a Lutheran.
Lutheran.
Funny enough, my buddy Avery, who is much more like versed in the Bible and like Christian theology than me. He gave me a call, and he is ecstatic to be joining the Catholic Church, and I'm just very happy for him because
That's
he's been
great.
a Protestant. He's been a Protestant forever, so it's been good hearing him being so happy about that. You know, I've definitely talked to him because I'm gonna go either Orthodox or Catholic. I don't know which way to go yet. I want to finish reading the Bible like a dirty Protestant that I am right now. So that way, when I get done, I can be cleansed of my ways, you know?
Well, I mean, nobody really cares what I have to say about this, but I'll just be brief. I was raised Lutheran, baptized Lutheran, confirmed Lutheran. I was enrolled in Catholic school from grade 6 to 12. I love Catholicism. I don't like my Lutheran faith because, like, my church that I grew up in, the pastor died, and the church was purchased by a lesbian couple, and one of them is now the pastor, which is a direct violation of the Bible, in my view.
That's not supposed to happen in Lutheran.
It's not supposed to happen in that rule. I'm not like gonna go on some kind of anti-gay tirade or anything like that. It's against the Bible. And so when I went to Catholic school, my problem with the Catholic faith is this. Number one, the priests can't get married. So they're completely deprived throughout their entire life. In the Orthodox faith, they can. The second component is the endorsement of certain things, i.e. Certain movements. I'm not going to name names, but like that go against the Bible. This has been pretty prominent really recently. Like, I don't think I need to say it, but like people will know what I'm talking about. And then the third thing is the divination of Mary, and an Orthodox person that's actually been baptized explained this to me perfectly. We need Mary to be human for us to be able to like aspire to be what she was. And in the Catholic faith, she's more of like a godlike or deity figure. Whereas in Orthodoxy, she's still recognized for human aspects, but also venerated as a saint.
Yeah.
So that's why
Catholic's
I like
pray to Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard the big split. What it really comes down to is that in Orthodoxy, it's more of like the Holy Spirit is attained only through God, or it emanates only through God, where in Catholicism, it emanates through God and through Jesus. Is that correct? I mean, I'm not, maybe I'm mishearing what I'm thinking here, but Catholicism is like very strictly based on the Holy Trinity, where Orthodoxy kind of refutes the Trinity and sticks
No,
with it.
I've never heard that. So my priest always tells
I
us
don't
that
think that's
Jesus
right
is
either.
God. Yeah, Jesus is God. Like, and every other Orthodox I've ever talked to has said Jesus is God. Again, I can't teach it. I'm just telling you what I've heard.
Yeah, yeah.
But our belief is that, like, and what everybody else has told me, including my spiritual father, is that like Jesus is God, the Trinity is one. So Jesus is God, the Holy Spirit is God. God is God. It's like the Holy Spirit lives within us. That's always what I've been told. So
Yeah, I think your mix-up here is it's the. I mean, the only way to the Father is through Jesus, but Jesus is God because Jesus is in the Trinity, right?
yeah, I would say go to both, lower class. Like, go to both. See what like you really kind of jive with, you know?
Yeah. There's a Greek Orthodox church here. I went there. I think I was just too hungover and I wasn't like feeling it. I'll be honest. You know.
Do they
You're welcome
offer?
to hang out with Lutherans too. Like,
Yeah. Do they offer weeknight services? So the one that I started going to, the Roquefort Church, was like they had weeknight catechesis classes and like a divine liturgy afterwards, which I found easier because I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
And then I slowly like changed my Sunday schedule so that I like sleep until 4 a.m., get up, go to church, sleep after church.
Yeah. That's something. It's the papal supremacy and the filioque. See, I don't know what any of that means. I'm not like opposed to any of this stuff. I just understand that like I'm a pea brain retard, guys.
Okay.
And if I'm reading through the Bible,
welcome
and
to my
trying
club.
yeah, and I'm trying to like discern what like biblical scriptures say through this fucking peanut that I have in my head, I'm gonna get it wrong every time. So I can't operate through sola scriptura. I'm just being completely honest, right?
Yeah, no,
Like,
you need a Catholicism or Orthodoxy. So what I would do, like, this is what I recommend to other people that were like kind of like they weren't sure what they wanted to do or they weren't sure how to like get around the scheduling of the church. is number one, you said the most interesting Catholicism. I would go to the website for both the Greek Orthodox Church and the RC Church. Find the email addresses of the priests. It's usually in like the contact or like our clergy. Send them an email, explain your situation, say like, look, I'd like to meet to discuss with you about like the faith and like how I could attend church, and like go from there. Begin the inquiry process like twofold, right? Don't limit your options, and then figure out what you like.
Yeah.
Like it's just a smarter way to do it. I kind of did it like hard, where I was just like literally going to the church and talking to the priest. But bigger churches, it's more difficult. Like I have a friend that went to a Greek Orthodox church and an Antiochian church, and the problem with that was like he would like remain at the church afterwards, but there was no priest there. They were all like cleaning up, so we never actually got to talk to them about like the process or like learning more about the church. Just send them an email, figure out their contact information. It'll work out.
Yeah.
Go
ahead. Sorry. Were you saying something? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Me or
you?
Oh, I thought you did. You not hear what I said?
No, I did. I thought I cut you off with what I was about to say.
Oh no! I was done. No, I don't prattle. I was like, send them an email, see what they say. Also, I think the dinner is done, so just excuse me, guys, if I go on mute and off.
You're good, man. It's all right. All right, let's get back to this press briefing here. Hold on.
Outlets in this room decided that her murder was not worth reporting on originally because it does not fit a preferred narrative.
That's right.
Many of the journalists in this room spilled plenty of ink trying to smear Daniel Penny for defending a subway car from a deranged lunatic in New York City, but none of those same reporters lift a finger to write stories about an actual murderer. Here is the truth that every American must know. Too many innocent people across the country continue to pay the price of the failed experiment known as cashless bail that has been championed by the Democrat Party for years.
Yo, I was a criminal for like a decade, guys. And I'm not saying I was some mastermind. I wasn't out here doing big shit. But here's the thing. It takes a damn near divine intervention, if not a divine intervention, God coming into your life and changing you at a fundamental level and putting the right people at the right place in the right time in your life to bring you away from doing selfish things like this. And I'm not just talking about the murder and stuff. I'm talking about in general, right? And that doesn't happen for a lot of folks, man. I mean, it's a lot. Most people who go to prison, they leave and they end up right back in. That's just what happens.
It's called recidivism.
Yeah. So it's cashless bail is just it doesn't work, right? Like I hate to snake off of Asmongold here, but what he says is catch and release. That shit's not for people, it's for fish. You know what I mean? Like, it's so true, bro. Hey, there he is. What's up, Stamey? Good to see you, brother. You're muted.
I know.
Oh, what
Stamey,
up,
keep
dude?
it sexy, brother.
Great to see you, man. It's been a while. Hope you're doing good.
Hope
I'm
you've
good,
been
man. How you
sexy.
guys doing? I hope so. I don't think myself that, but sure.
Well, it's a like a feeling, you know.
Oh, feeling sexy? Sure.
Yeah,
Maybe.
there you go. That's all you got.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
No, are we not, man? I have not. Patristic faith. I need to check that out. Sorry, I'm just getting to that one, bro. My bad.
Is that a movie or a show or like a documentary or what is that? A WN Mike.
Alpha Whiskey November, Mike. That sounds pretty badass when you say it in phonetics.
All the way back in 2020, North Carolina's then Democrat Governor Roy Cooper established a so-called task force for racial equity in criminal justice. Sounds nice, but it's not.
bound to
That task
succeed.
force was co-authored by then Attorney General and current Democrat Governor Josh Stein. It recommended, quote, reimagining public safety to, quote, promote diversion and other alternatives to arrest. It also advised to de-emphasize some felony crimes, prioritize, quote, restorative justice, and eliminate cash bail.
What the fuck is restorative justice?
Also, if you eliminate cash bail, it's like, so they just can't get out, or you're just going to let them out without having to put
It's a
anything up?
signature.
Any
Cashless
collateral
bail
to-
is a signature.
to go and like so that you'll show up for your hearing.
Yeah. So the way the bail system works, at least in Pinellas County, I haven't been like put in jail in Birmingham. Well, I was, but it was a long story. Anyway,
How you like them bologna sandwiches, bro?
I didn't commit any crimes in Birmingham. But no. So the way it typically works is you'll have somebody, or you can contact the bail bonds, and or you can have somebody go over there, and it's basically they take 10% of what your bail is set to, and then you go there and you sign a paper, and it says if you skip out on court, you owe the full amount to us. And then they're going to send like basically fucking bounty hunters out to get you, right? Like, and they'll hunt your ass down too. Like they're serious.
The funny thing is they have more. They're like game wardens. They can break into if there's whoever signed for you, that entire building, wherever their residence is, they can kick the door in, and you and the co-signer are both on the hook for paying the damages, not them.
Yep. If someone
Bounty-
puts their house up for you,
called
just to
surety
show up,
officers. Yeah,
it's just for you to show up. If you don't show up, they can take your fucking house. Okay. So, oh, okay. I'm gonna check that out. Are we not, man? Patristic faith. Okay. I need to watch that. But no, that's the thing. This cashless bail bullshit is, well, we're just gonna let you out of jail. Sign here. If you don't show up, then we're gonna come looking for you. But you're taking somebody who, in this case, has committed multiple violent offenses, and you're just throwing them back out onto the street. Why?
No, dude, we trust you, bruh. It's cool.
No,
Listen.
for violent crimes and stuff like that, yeah, a cashless bail or OR, any of those things, yeah, I agree. Those are crazy, but I mean, you can have a cashless bail or OR bond or whatever, in the sense of like if you get picked up for like public intoxication or something like that, right? Even if you've repeated that, you can have done that, and that's all you've done is just been excessively drunk and disorderly conduct, and done really no harm other than just been a general nuisance to society, right?
But typically those things you're just ROR'd anyway, and it's the next day. Like you go to your arraignment, you talk to the judge, and they're gonna say, "How do you plead?" If you plead not guilty, they're probably gonna put you back in jail. But if you plead guilty, typically they'll just ROR you. It goes on your record, and you go about your day. They call it the drunk tank.
Yeah. I'm just saying there are crimes where that you could be picked up for that are like they're just really weak crimes. Or even if you just got into a fight with somebody, right? You could get arrested for a fight with somebody, and they could, if they put an assault charge on you or something like that. I'm not saying like you went and you were the aggressor and all that, but like literally if you just got into a fist fight with somebody else, even if they instigated or whatever, and you both get arrested, but they decided to charge you, the city or whatever decides to charge you with both of you with a crime in that regard, right? Is that really something that you would need a crazy bond on, especially if you have zero record? Like
typically, for smaller crimes like that, they're only going to hit you with like $1,000 bail. And then that means that when you go to the bond office, it's like $100, right? So it's
that depends if they do it at 10% or not. They don't always do the 10%.
That's fair. But still, I mean, like, you know, it's there has to be some kind of recourse for bad decisions. You know
I like I said, I agree in extremely grotesque major cases, especially in this guy's case where he's been there 14 times. Clearly, There's a problem there. Don't put this guy back out.
No, this is America, dude. We let you have a second chance, even if you are Jared from Subway.
Yeah, but this
And
guy had
third
more.
chance,
This guy
fourth
had more than a
chance, and
second
fifth
chance. This guy had more than a second chance.
Right. Second chance means third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10 until you get it right in America.
So,
man.
I will agree that there is room for discussion on this for sure, right? Like if they pop you for having a gram bag of weed in your car when they pulled you over for a stoplight, and they
Right.
just, like in those cases, like okay, like there's room to talk, but like any kind of violent stuff, like if you're fighting with people or whatever, I think just fucking dude, do your time. I mean, like a battery is a misdemeanor, and the most you're gonna get is like 2 months in jail, and that's if you like try to fight it. Typically, with your first battery charge, if you don't have a record, they're just gonna ROR you. That's typically how it goes.
Yeah, I think there's better judgment that needs to be made in this part. Again, like I said, the justice system failed on this guy entirely.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. This is a like a banner a banner case where the justice system got everything wrong at every angle.
Yeah.
What is this video even about?
So this is just the press release earlier today. I missed it because I was at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Democrats in North Carolina and nationwide are consumed with pushing a woke, soft on crime agenda, no matter how many innocent Americans suffer as a result. Instead of aggressively prosecuting and locking up violent criminals, the Democrat-backed cashless bail approach lets these criminals roam free in our country to offend again and again. These reckless policies have turned too many of American cities into hunting grounds for career criminals who mock our justice system, drain law enforcement resources, and wreak havoc on law-abiding citizens. Enough is enough, and that is why President Trump is doing everything in his power by taking action to undo these absurd policies. The president recently signed a powerful executive order directing the AG to submit a list of states and local jurisdictions with cashless bail policies, so that the Trump administration may identify federal funds that are being provided to these states and can potentially be suspended or terminated. President Trump firmly believes that to maintain order in public safety, we must incarcerate individuals whose pending criminal charges or criminal history demonstrate a clear, ongoing risk to civil society.
At a minimum.
This is a common sense and sensible approach that the vast majority of Americans agree with, and it's time for the Democrat Party to get on board with what is right.
So I would say any judge that lets a violent criminal go on cashless bail, that gives them that option, if they go out and commit another crime, that judge gets disbarred for abdication of duty.
Maybe not that much. I mean,
I would think like a long suspension, perhaps.
Okay.
Like, until you do like
Yeah.
they'll put them through like the training, make them shadow other judges that have made better policies, and then like kind of like the 3 strikes you're out rule. Right. So second time the suspension's even longer. You have even more training. Third strike, yeah, you're just out. You can't be a judge again. You make crappy decisions, because there can be mistakes made in the judiciary, especially when it's like a single judge panel, like in circuit courts, right? More Supreme Courts or appeal courts or appellate courts, as we call them, they might not have the benefit of additional judges. So I think there needs to be some allocations made for that. But maybe I'm too generous. Just my thoughts.
I don't know. I think that if someone obviously is like being tried for a violent crime, they should not be let out on cashless bail. Cash bail is different. You commit a violent crime that seriously hurts somebody, and you pay the money to get your ass out, which, like let's say you seriously hurt somebody, or you fucking rob somebody with a deadly weapon, and you pay the like 10 grand or 20 grand or whatever you need to get out, and you go commit a crime, that's different. But if you're given the option for cashless bail when you rob someone with a gun or like severely hurt somebody, there needs to be repercussions to the people that are involved with that. They shouldn't be protected. Like, people that are involved in that thing should not be protected by the system. They should be held accountable. And the people that push these policies, they don't see any of this shit. They never get any, there is no recourse for the kind of policies that are detrimental to people that these fucking folks push, dude.
See, I'm a little bit more aggressive in that. Well, kind of. If robbery, things like that, yes, cash bond I'm okay with. I mean, obviously the bond would need to be something that is substantial to match the crime. But if you commit a violent act that results in serious injury, no bond, none. You stay.
Yeah.
Your
Right.
trial is done.
Right.
I don't even know why bond would be an option on the table for in that regard, in my opinion.
Based.
Yeah, because some of these people have like unlimited funds. Like, I'm not saying, obviously, I don't think DeCarlos Brown Jr. has, $500K buried somewhere. But like somebody like who's like a drug kingpin, yeah, they absolutely have that money.
Right.
And who's to say? I mean, if they're guilty of it, right? a drug kingpin or whatever, like he's at that point, he's potentially going to go after his accusers, right? He's going to do everything he can to beat that charge in every angle, not only from the legal side, but I guarantee he's going to try some illegal methods as well.
But see, that's the thing. Like, that's why they implement shit like cashless bail, because they say, well, if he goes to jail, he doesn't have the money to pay his bail. How's he supposed to get out on bail? What if he's innocent? Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. It's all this, like, crying for the offender bullshit, because, no, guys, they're actually oppressed. That's who we need to start looking out for in society. These people who are out here committing heinous crimes are actually just victims of the system. So instead of putting them behind bars so they can't fucking harm anybody anymore, what we need to do is let them back out onto the streets so they can go and do the shit again to somebody else while they're on bail, cashless bail, for this crime that they just committed.
Well, yeah, don't you want more bad things to happen to people? I mean, come on, guy, get on the program.
Well, we have something in law called the totality of the circumstances. I think it's difficult to argue innocent until proven guilty when the person has a proven track record of like multiple offenses within a short time frame. Like if I was a prosecutor, I would absolutely raise that at trial. There would be no reason not to.
Yeah, well, but that's and I watch a lot of trials for fun and stuff, but that's where it comes to, and that's the whole reason why trials take so long is it's not the trial where they're actually presenting the evidence to the jury and whatnot, but it's the stuff that happens outside of the jury. That's what's taking so long, because they're determining what evidence is even admissible, and things that are not admissible are actually other cases. You actually other things you have been convicted of and things like that. You can use them in certain cases for character, but like you can't bring up circumstances of other trials that are unrelated to this case.
Well, yeah, you pinpointed it perfectly. It's relevant to the witness or accused character. It's not relevant to the actual like facts of the circumstances. Like it can be brought up to discredit, but not to disprove current events.
Right. If you watch they will follow the YSL trial at all, like there were like a lot of these guys are like career criminals, and they have all kinds of records and shit. And I'm sitting here watching this as they're presenting different cases that these guys have gone through and plead on or made pleads on and whatnot. And like, no, you can't bring this one in. It's not relevant. So like they literally are being blocked from presenting, similar cases because they're just not related to this charge.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, you're talking about the robbery, right?
Also, Paige practices maple syrup law. We practice freedom law here in America.
I mean, I still practice.
Racist.
I still do a bit of American justice style stuff. Like, I remember one trial I had the end of my opening was this. It was a fraud case, right? Because I do a lot of fraud cases in my current line of work. And I was like, I said, Your Honor, I said, if you've ever heard of the proverbial saying, win stupid or play stupid games, win stupid prizes, I said the defendant has utilized the tactic of insurance fraud, which is indeed a stupid game, and we're all about to find out just exactly how stupid a prize the defendant is owed. I got like the judge was like, that was really catchy.
Wow.
That was a good one. I love that one.
See, that's the thing about law, at least in America, is it's not about what the law says. It's about what you can convince other people it can be interpreted as.
Listen, all I'm saying, Paige, is you're only supposed to cook in the kitchen, dog. All right?
Oh, my bad.
Don't
Sorry.
be cooking. Don't be cooking outside the kitchen, dude.
Right. I'm just supposed to make baby lawyers and resort my cooking to the
Making
nice
babies. Hey, making babies.
make a baby.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I have 0 babies, so I'm a total failure now at 34.
They come out in a 2-piece suit with a suitcase, and they already passed the bar. You know what I mean?
They've passed the bar
Probably.
on the way out.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably.
At least they slap them on the ass. They go, but according to subsection 36A.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first book is like the rules of civil procedure. It's not even like Dr. Seuss. It's like the rules of civil procedure followed like quickly by constitutional law 2025.
Oh my lord. Good morning.
All right, let's get back to this.
Yeah.
When these criminals
No.
are caught, they must be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and be sent to prison,
Hey, pipe down, Batman.
where they can no longer terrorize our streets. This is the mandate the American people delivered to President Trump, and it's a mandate he intends to fulfill. Staying on the topic of public safety, new preliminary data released today by Customs and Border Protection in August shows that President Trump has delivered the most secure border in American history. For the 4th straight month, 0 illegal aliens were released into the United States by CBP. Nationwide encounters are down 93% below the peak of the Biden administration. Border Patrol apprehensions on the southwest border in the entire month of August were less than what was apprehended in 4 days in August 2024 under the Biden administration. President Trump has ended disastrous Biden illegal alien invasion, and he sealed our border in record time, keeping this central promise he made to the American public. With that, I will take your questions. Here in our new media seat today, we have Michael Schellenberger, who is
pissed off
the
about
founder
this,
of Public News with nearly 2
arena
million
thing.
readers and subscribers. Michael, thank you for being here today. And why don't you kick us off?
Yo, I saw his stream before he did this one. Dude, he got fucking spicy in the stream before this one. It was wonderful seeing that. Because he doesn't cut. Huh?
How many slurs did he use?
He didn't use any slurs. But
oh, then how was it spicy?
Dude, I mean, well, so like, okay, so Matt Morris, he don't cuss on stream. He was going fucking ape shit in that first one. It was fantastic to see it. He really is like, he tries to be like, you know, family friendly in the way that he talks and everything. And it's working for him, dude. I mean, like, if you look at his viewer count, bottom right, he's got like 11,500 viewers on this live stream. You know, I ain't following in those footsteps.
That's
You know, you know what I mean? Like, I cuss all the fucking time because that's just who I am, and I'm not going to change who I am for the YouTube algorithm. But it was great to see like true passion. You know, like he really fucking came with the heat. Anyway,
I really am, man.
Thank you for making space for new media. Nice to meet all of you. It's great to be here. I want to see if you could give some what the president is considering additional measures against Europe and Brazil, not just for censorship, but also for preventing political candidates from actually competing in elections. We've now seen in Romania, France, and now Germany with Joachim Paul, efforts to basically just prevent candidates from being able to compete in elections. The president has shown some concern around President Bolsonaro, who's being prevented from running. All of this is coming in the context of increased censorship of online platforms, of American platforms, and efforts to censor Americans. I'm personally being investigated under criminal investigation with my Brazilian colleagues for publishing the Twitter Files Brazil, We're very grateful that the president has imposed Magnitsky sanctions on the judge. Is the president considering additional actions given that it appears that they're going to end up with a conviction against President Bolsonaro, preventing him from running? Is he considering doing anything about this crackdown in Europe? I mean, it's shocking to see Joachim Paul, this mayoral candidate in Germany, the criminal indictment against him cites him, quote, saying that he loves the Lord of the Rings as reason why he's an extremist and shouldn't be able to run. So I just wonder if you could speak to that. And again, I'm grateful to be here. Nice to meet you all.
I too love the Lord of the
grateful
Rings.
for what the Trump administration.
By the way, Germany's cooked, guys. I don't know if you know this, but like 7 members of the AfD party were found dead in like a 2-week span. 7 people. I'm pretty sure it was 7. Hold on, let me fact check myself real quick.
Is that the what is it? Something for Deutschland?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it called?
Wait, who did you say was cooked?
Germany.
Oh,
Deutschland.
Party.
The Dunzo.
You said I'm cooked. I'm like, what
Sorry,
the fuck
it wasn't. It wasn't 7. It was 16. 16 members of a political party died in a matter of 2 weeks.
Oh gosh, dude.
Germany is fucking cooked, bro. They're fucking cooked. Okay. And of course, far-right alternative for Germany candidates' deaths spark conspiracies. Are you fucking kidding me? Online conspiracy theories rife after 16 election candidates die in Germany. Conspiracy theories. Get fucking bent, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big pattern emerging.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think at that point, there's probably more than enough evidence to
That's more than a person a day.
support a conspiracy.
That's crazy.
Let's be
dude.
fucking real here, guys. Come on, dude.
Yeah, dude.
All right, gentlemen, lower class.
Well, thanks for being here, Michael. We appreciate it. Freedom of speech is arguably the most important issue of our time. It is enshrined in our Constitution, and the president believes in it strongly. He himself faced censorship.
Were you
in his
trying to say
road
something,
back
Paige?
to this beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
That's okay. That's okay. Lower class gentlemen, thanks for having me on. I gotta bounce. Have a great night. God bless. You guys rock.
Keep it sexy, Paige.
Thanks, Paige.
Or not.
God bless.
No, whatever.
Keep it sexy.
Do whatever you want.
That's like the exact opposite of my brand, but we'll take under advisement.
Have a good morning.
Keep
Paige.
it nerdy, Paige.
Oh, I say to everybody, yeah, keep it nerdy. nerd.
Stay in them books, all right?
All right. Toodles.
Have a good one.
No, you.
The rabbit hole without the T continues, boys.
Oval Office here
It's
in
5
Washington,
in the
D.C.
morning.
So he takes this very seriously, as does, I know, the Vice
Holy
President
shit,
of the
it is
United
almost
States and the
4.
entire
Damn, I
Trump
did not realize that
administration,
in 3 minutes.
which is why we
I
have
gotta go to
taken
bed soon.
significant action with regards to Brazil in the form of both.
Do you have anything to add, bro? I like if
Dude, I haven't even really been watching. I don't know anything about this right now. Like, I haven't watched much of this other than like listening to your commenting
fair, yeah, because that's
before I came on. So I don't
Indeed,
even know what this is about.
You haven't heard anything about this guy, this particular incident, Stamy?
No.
So I'll give you the Cliff's Notes version. Guy happens to be black. Has been arrested for multiple violent crimes, in and out through the system at least 14 times, and then gets on a subway train. I believe is it Charlotte?
yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina.
And sits behind it, well, he was on the train actually. She gets on the train and just happens to sit in the seat in front of him, and he stabbed her in the neck and killed her.
Just right there on the train.
Yeah,
Yep.
randomly. Didn't say a word to her or anything.
I have a comment.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So Matt Morse TV apparently streams on Twitter, YouTube, and Rumble. Dude hasn't said shit the entire time. Not doing anything transformative. Get wrecked, dude.
He just commented like 2 minutes ago.
Well,
Did he?
so he's
Oh,
he's
I missed
mostly
that. I
like
take it back then. My bad.
yeah, he's mostly just listening to. So when he was doing this, he was watching it live, he was mostly just listening to the press briefing. So he does the opposite of what I do, right? So what I do is every 5 seconds, I pause the video and talk some shit, and then everyone else talks some shit, and then we finally go, okay, let's get back to it. Where what he does is he like lets the video go and then kind of like lists out while it's going on what exactly he's gonna rant on afterwards. I don't do that. I just talk my shit.
By the way, Grumple,
transformative for it.
wait, no, not on this. This you actually don't have to be transformative. This is something you can. That's just like the like when you have the presidential debates. Like literally, you can restream or whatever the presidential debates. It doesn't even have to be transformative.
Hey man, I'm just reinventing the wheel. You know what I mean? Reinventing the wheel. It is funny because like whenever I do commentary on anything, whether it's a debate or a video or whatever, the video will be like a half an hour long, and it's like 2.5 hours in, and we've only took
a 7-hour
like
stream.
20 minutes of the video.
Been there, yeah. That's the thing.
Sanctions, and also leveraging the use of tariffs to ensure that countries around the world are not punishing their citizens in this way. And at the same time, the president is, while he's leveraging the United States to safeguard our interests abroad, he's also making sure that freedom of speech remains here in the United States of America. So I don't have any additional actions to preview for you today, but I can tell you this is a priority for the administration, and the president is unafraid to use the economic might, the military might of the United States of America to protect free speech around the world.
Quick follow-up to that?
Sure.
Quick follow-up, which is just, there was a Reuters story saying that the Trump administration was looking at this Europe-U.S. trade deal as one of the sticking points, this issue of the censorship, not just of U.S. platforms, of Americans. Do you have any updates on how those trade talks are going? And I also wonder if the president is concerned about NATO membership. NATO membership requires that you be a democracy and you have free speech. Is it possible that some of these actions that we've seen in Romania, France, and Germany would disqualify those countries from being in NATO after this?
I have not heard the president discuss NATO membership in regards to this issue in particular, but I have heard him discuss the issue of free speech and the importance of free speech with foreign leaders around the world, including the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom when we were in Scotland.
You're not getting free speech in Europe. Europe is so fucking cooked, bro. Except Poland. Poland's based.
Poland and Hungary, dude.
Nostrovia.
Yeah. But like there you go. Nostrovia. Yeah, sorry. It took me a second for that. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, based, mister. Yeah. No, you know,
who is this lady?
This is Caroline Levitt. She's the press secretary. When she
Okay,
first came out, she was fucking like a bulldog with some of these reporters. And she's really kind of like taken a back seat and not been as aggressive, especially with all the Epstein stuff coming around. But I'll be honest with you, man. I really think they wanted this to hit the news early because they knew that they weren't going to release it. So that way, by the time the midterms come around, no one gives a fuck anymore. I genuinely think that's what's going on. Because now, like, well, people actually give a fuck about it now. And holy, you know, not saying that I'm, like, happy about that. Because, like, that shit needs to just get released and be done with, right? But I don't think it ever will be. I think by the time the midterms come around, this is going to get buried by the news cycle. And, you know, the general public isn't going to fuck. They're not going to fucking care anymore. I don't think Epstein's going away entirely, but I think people are just going to be so fucking tired of talking about it by that point that...
Well, by that point, I brought him up once already, but I'm pretty sure Jared from Subway is getting released soon, dog.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm not kidding. It's like coming up very soon. Because they had a documentary release a couple years ago. It was like a few years ago, maybe a couple years ago. I watched a documentary they released, like a full-on documentary that like gave you all the details of the stuff you ever wanted to know about him back in the day with what happened with Subway and where he's got right now. And then at the very end, they tell you like he's being released or like going on parole like very soon. So he's going to be popping up in the... Isn't it weirdly ironic, though, that the Epstein stuff's popping up? 2029. Okay, so it's a few years out. But, I mean, still, dude, I mean...
Seems like very not long enough, though. Am I right?
Yeah. Right, agreed. But it's going to be interesting to see how the public reacts. See what their thoughts are. The court of public opinion.
Unrelated, boys. Unrelated. I just have to share. You can use coupon code Grumple at harborfreight.com for Predator brand wood chippers. All of them are 30% off if you use
brother.
Coupon code Grumple.
Nice.
I don't actually have that affiliate. Like I'm working on it. So
Do
I've
you
been
guys
making that
remember
joke for like 5 years, and I feel like the owner of Harbor Freight, because it's a private company, it's not publicly traded. I think he would get the joke and would give me an actual coupon code to do that as an affiliate.
Do you guys remember the whole thing with the Harbor Freight? Yeah, I mean they're gonna try, but you got to understand, dude. People just stop giving a fuck about certain things after a while. Like the general public, people that are like online a lot, like myself and yourself, we're gonna give a fuck about it. But the general public is just gonna get fucking tired of it because,
bro,
we're like bred into not having small attention spans. And what's up, Stamey?
Tinfoil hat. Put it on. Okay, so there's this thing that came out recently that kind of confirmed a conversation that we had a little while ago about Kamala. Remember how I mentioned, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala did some shady shit on her way out with the Epstein files or something to just make it more difficult for the Trump administration when they came in trying to organize said files. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not necessarily like insane stuff, but like enough to just make it fucking more of a hassle. And then there was this thing that came out on Straight Arrow News about how she was still on like the Secret Service detail, or like had Secret Service details still directly linked to Trump's thing or something that he didn't. What? I don't know, dude. It was some weird shit that I read, and I was like, wait, so she still had people working in the White House as Trump's coming through? That makes no sense. I mean, I get why they'd be there to transition them, but like this far in, do you think they'd still be there?
Not anymore.
That's my point. Like, I'm like, why are they just now getting these guys out of there? All this crazy stuff's going on. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's why I said put the tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're right. There's been a bunch of leaks and shit.
Weird
like, who was that one dude that leaked the Iran bombing?
Oh shit!
I was going to say Snowden, but that's not who you're talking about at all.
Huh?
You're not talking about Edward Snowden.
No.
Anybody says leak, I assume either
signal chat. The signal chat. Remember when the signal chat came out and it had a bunch of people? You know what I mean? Yeah, Sunrise. I understand that. I'm with you on this topic. I totally get it. I just don't have faith that people give that much of a fuck about it after a while. Because you got to understand, dude, the midterms are over a year. They're over a year away. You know what I mean? Over time, people get tired of this shit. The same way that people bitched and moaned about racism, the same way people bitched and moaned about fascism and Nazis and yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. It's going to be the same thing with this. People are going to get tired of it. They're going to stop wanting to hear about it. People are going to stop caring. Same thing with January 6th, dude. You know,
I mean, I was tired of it even before all of this. Like, I had my support in voting for Trump in 2024 had zero to do with Epstein. I had no care whether he released the files or not.
Yeah. Good last bottom of tier thing that I was thinking about voting for him.
Right. Yeah. Like, if he releases the files, cool, that's great.
It's like, like
if you're interested, get them. But like, for me, I was going to vote for him irrespective of his stance on the Epstein files. Just like in 2016 when I voted for Trump then too. Like, I didn't vote for Trump because he promised he was going to go after Hillary, which he never did. You know, there were plenty of other reasons that I was more honed in on and cared about. That's not the thing that was anywhere in my radars of interest.
Yeah. I will say, like, Dan Bongino and Kash Patel really fucking riled everybody up with that. But I genuinely, I think now they're like, either they have power over somebody else by holding these things, or they just don't have anything. And like they, files got destroyed and they're like, well, we fucking really shit the bed on this one talking about this. Right? Like,
yeah. I mean, the only thing I can say about that at least I believe out of the Epstein files is if there was anything in there that was negative on Trump, that shit would have come out during 2024 pre-election. Like,
yeah, we'd fucking know it by now, dude.
They did everything they could to make him ineligible to run. If there was anything in there that could have been used for that, that shit would have been out there front page and center. 100%.
Yeah, dude, they tried to take him off the ballot in like 3 or 4 states.
What a hose job also about Dan Bongino. Dude gave up. He took over Rush Limbaugh's spot in most daytime, afternoon radio show, conservative radio show. Yeah. Dan Bongino was like inheriting the throne. He gave that up to go do this job that he had for like a couple months.
Yeah.
And it's like, sorry guys, like I can't be a part of this.
Yeah.
The absolute hose job. Dan Bongino, much love, brother. Hate that happened for you.
Yeah, his I mean, his
try all the way
career's
to the
ruined.
bank, but yeah,
his career's ruined. You know what I mean? I genuinely believe that. Like when he gets out after all the shit that he talked about this is a cover up and yada yada yada, they still haven't found out shit about that fucking loser that shot at Trump. You know, like because it wasn't just some random fucking loser that made his way past Secret Service.
It had a dog shit rifle with a red dot on it.
Yeah,
brother, I can barely get into the fucking local concert up the road from the security. You think that I could walk into the fucking, like, within a mile radius of where the president's gonna be publicly speaking with a piece of glass this fucking thick in front of his face? That's it.
Yeah,
and he didn't even have it that day.
He was a football field and a half away. That's not far.
That's not, dude. That a football field. Okay, let me tell you, a football field is about 300 feet. Okay,
yeah.
So not even fucking 500 feet away from him, dude.
Yeah,
the distance. Hang on. The distance that he shot away, Marines qualify with iron sight standing.
Yes. So like,
just at boot camp.
He wasn't far, and what they're saying is, oh well, he just made it up there, like at perfect timing between them walking around the fucking building that he climbed up on.
However, you're not going to use a fucking red dot if you're trying to do that kind of work. You're going to have some, because aim small, miss small, you're going to have a lot of magnification. There's a red, like what? This is shittily put together, poorly planned, piss poor planning, piss poor performance, all of it. And that the dude, like the Secret Service guys that allegedly were watching didn't take him out earlier is a mystery. Like Scooby-Doo is
right.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Old man Smithers. Yeah.
Because are we not men? They need to make for damn sure that every avenue that someone can exploit is covered. They fucking knew, dude. They knew. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That whole story is.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying, quote unquote, he was on our radar? Oh, that doesn't happen. That's amazing.
Yeah,
he was on our radar. Oh, you don't.
Such a bullshit fucking story, dude. It's insane. Anyway, let's get back to this.
I'm so out of the loop.
President brought this up and how important it is.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm just so out of the loop on politics right now. I've been absorbed in that fucking Rajah Jackson story for the last 3 fucking weeks. You can.
That shit's crazy, bro.
I know. You can play the video though. I'm just like, I'm trying to absorb everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
For the Prime Minister to protect free speech in the UK and in various conversations with other world leaders. So he brings it up, and I think the entire world knows that this is a priority for the President of the United States. Gabe.
Thank you, Caroline. Regarding the Israeli strike in Doha, how much time or how much of a heads up did the U.S. get, and does the president support the strike?
Sure. Well, I have a statement to read for all of you with respect to the Israeli strike in Doha, and here it is. This morning, the Trump administration was notified by the United States military that as Israel was attacking Hamas, which very unfortunately was located in a section of Doha, the capital of Qatar. Unilaterally bombing inside Qatar, a sovereign nation and close ally of the United States that is working very hard and bravely taking risks with us to broker peace, does not advance Israel or America's goals. However, eliminating Hamas, who have profited off the misery of those living in Gaza, is a worthy goal. President Trump immediately directed Special Envoy Witkoff to inform the Qataris of the impending attack, which he did. The president views Qatar as a strong ally and friend of the United States and feels very badly about the location of this attack. President Trump wants all of the hostages in Gaza and the bodies of the dead released, and this war to end now. President Trump also spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu after the attack. The Prime Minister told President Trump that he wants to make peace, and quickly. President Trump believes this unfortunate incident could serve as an opportunity for peace. The president also spoke to the Emir and Prime Minister of Qatar and thanked them for their support and friendship to our country. He assured them that such a thing will not happen again on their soil.
To be clear, the president disagrees.
Dude,
with
this
the
shit's
location of the
crazy.
strike.
This shit is ridiculous. To me, it just seems like the more and more I read, like at first I wasn't really that convinced, but the more I watch the shit, it just there must be something so fucking valuable to somebody right now that like it requires them to go towards World War III to acquire it. That's what makes me mad. I don't give a fuck about any of the sides. I don't give about shit about this guy or that guy. So there's clearly something that somebody just wants, right? And then they're just gonna do anything to fucking get it because they have power. That's what I see. Looking at the outside, it just seems like they're trying to start World War III. Like they're just trying to fucking start this shit so they can like so some person can step in and be like, we have the power, and then they're like, yay, they saved us, and then it'll be some fake fucking peace for another 100 years until they can do it again. It's crazy to me,
dude. I mean,
does nobody read a book? Like this is the same shit. It's been
reading is gay.
Yeah, probably.
I'm so fucking tired of Israel, man.
It's crazy, bro.
I really am. I'm like, and like the issue is, dude, they're so entrenched into our political system at this point.
I know.
There's literally fucking nothing that we're gonna be able to do about it.
Yeah, Mr. Fista hit it on the head earlier when he was talking about the smoking gun, dude.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the Epstein files, all that's going to show is how fucking deep these motherfuckers are in the ass of our political system.
Yeah.
They're all fucking 4 Jewish inches, dude. Like, all 4.
All 4 Jewish.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, that's what it is, man.
One small hat.
Yeah. And it, like, dude, it like the more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. But the issue is, there ain't shit anybody's gonna fucking do about this. Oh, I'm aware. Yeah, I'm aware. Are we not, man? It wouldn't exist without us. But now we're to this point where, I mean, when all the bombings were going off. God, I'm gonna say this. This could be TOS, but when all the bombings were going off earlier this year on both sides of that little bombing escapade on either side.
Talking about the in Iran, or was that Iran?
Yeah. So when all the bombings were going off on there, I was hoping that what we were gonna do was let the little lapdog launch off some missiles and then take a step back and leave them to get destroyed. I was fucking rooting for that. I'm not even going to say the country's name to avoid TOS, but that's what I was hoping was going to happen. And instead, nope, we inserted ourselves fucking full on into it. That's interesting. I have no idea. Yeah. I have no idea. We don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, Mr. Fista, that's what I was hoping for. I was like crossing my
Yeah,
fingers.
Sunrise. Yeah, we were talking about that in here too, weren't we? When they freaking did the was that Israel that did that with all the phones?
Yeah,
They
to
freaking yeah, they sent out all that stuff, and then it was like years or some shit, wasn't it, before they popped those motherfuckers?
Yeah.
It was like 2 years or something. They were like, "Oh yeah, blow those phones up." Like,
Yeah.
like what the fuck, dude?
Well, they waited until
that's scary
Hezbollah.
to think about, bro. That's some patient, scary motherfuckers to like drop those. Oh yeah, just don't even worry about them for a while. We'll get back to it.
Yep.
2 years later, motherfuckers like, "Hey Bobby, can you bring me my OJ from the and then like, however many freaking hundreds of walkies and phones they had out there just simultaneously go off. It's insane, dude.
Hey, Hezbollah, what does this red button do? Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking.
He's like, oh yeah, pink, and then he's got like his Keurig running in the background, dropping him a cup of coffee while he presses the button. Doesn't experience a damn thing. You know, he's just chilling. Pink.
Yeah.
All right, call America. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god. Sorry.
All right, before you keep that off.
The president just confirmed that in the statement that I just read to you.
Trump is
which
not
I spoke
happy
with
about
him
that strike.
before coming out here. Jackie, thank you.
What the fuck is he gonna do about it? I'm sorry. He doesn't. He's not gonna do shit about Israel. He's not. He's not gonna do shit about them doing anything. We've done literally nothing to stop them from doing anything, and if anything, we've added to what they're doing. He's not going to do anything about fucking Israel. He's not going to do it. I hate to be black-pilled on this issue, boys, but it's just the goose is fucking cooked, right?
Wait, what's going? Like, no, Goose. I got you.
We're not talking about fucking
Not Top Gun.
yeah, we're not talking about Top Gun.
Hey, before you start that again, Stamey, I'm lower class. I need to head out. It's 5 a.m. and I've got to work in a couple hours.
All right, Jeremy, dude, thanks for jumping in, man. It's great talking to you, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. You guys have a good
Pretty
night.
gay, but
Later,
good
Jeremy.
times.
You, brother.
Keep it sexy.
Yeah, later.
Peace.
Later, nerd.
All right, let's get back to it.
He is kind of a nerd.
Caroline, so is the
you
president
have it.
upset with Netanyahu now?
The president made his thoughts and concerns about this very clear, and he spoke again both to Prime Minister Netanyahu and also the Emir and the Prime Minister of Qatar after this attack. And the president has always made it very clear that he wants peace in the Middle East, just like he sought that and accomplished that in his first term. He expects all of our allies and friends in the region, that includes both Qatar and Israel, to seek peace as well. And he wants to
Sounds good.
see that happen, and he's working with all of our allies in the region to get that done.
Are there any consequences, so to speak, for Netanyahu doing this, as it sounds, against the president's wishes, or at least his belief that it was appropriate? Is there going to be any directive from the president to Netanyahu in terms of what's allowed in the future? And also, is there any concern this could jeopardize the Abraham Accords?
Look, that's a decision only the president can make. With respect to your first question, to answer your second question, as you heard from the president, he said he believes that this can serve as an opportunity for peace, and he's still actively and aggressively pursuing it with all of our allies and partners in the region.
He's going to be a good goyim. That's all it is. That's the end result of this. Trump's going to do what Israel wants. Not like Kamala wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Kamala was going to do the same fucking thing. They're all bought and paid for by goddamn AIPAC. I mean, it's just the bottom line, right? Like, anyway, sorry, guys.
Jennifer.
Just to
You're
follow
good.
up on that,
I'm
Caroline,
not
are you
ignoring
able
you.
to
I'm
say
typing at
how
the same
often
time,
the president spoke to the Prime Minister of Israel before this? Because he
That's one question. And then what did he mean on Sunday when he posted, I've given my last warning to Hamas, etc.? He wasn't talking about this strike on Doha?
No, he was not. As I told you, the Trump administration was notified by the United States military that Israel was attacking Hamas, and the president spoke to the prime minister after the attack, as well as, again, the emir and the prime minister of Qatar. And I know Secretary Rubio and Special Envoy Witkoff were present for that call with the Qataris as well. Reagan.
Thanks, Caroline. I have two questions for you on crime crackdown.
Sure.
Democrats have tried to argue that red states have higher crime rates while overlooking problems of high crime in blue cities. I'm wondering if the president would consider working with red state governors to fix high crime in blue cities, like in Memphis, Tennessee.
So first of all, I want to get to the
Or Birmingham, dude. Come here. This is the fucking drug hub of the Southeast, okay? If you come here, you're cutting off a major, network of drugs, dude. Send your fucking folks here. We're at 25% of a full police force in Birmingham. No one wants to be a fucking cop here. For a full police force, they want 2,000 cops for Birmingham proper alone. There's 400 to 500. They're begging people to join the fucking force.
Of your question, Reagan, which is being pushed by Democrats, that there is crime in red states. Of course, there is crime in all states, but the crime in these cities is all in cities that are run by Democrats. If you look at the list of the top 20 high crime cities in the United States, every single one, with the exception of one in Louisiana, is run by a Democrat. And these Democrats have supported the same policies that I spoke about at the beginning of this briefing, like cashless bail. If you look at a red state, Mississippi, but a Democrat-run city in that state, Jackson, in 2019, Jackson, Mississippi eliminated cash bail for virtually all misdemeanor cases. And while Jackson is not formally a sanctuary city, the state of Mississippi formally banned sanctuary cities, and this city has acted as a de facto sanctuary city for criminals and illegal aliens since 2017. Same thing, Birmingham, Alabama, a Democrat-run city in a red state. In 2017, the Birmingham City Council unanimously passed a resolution, quote, committing to establish sanctuary policies. So if you actually look at the facts from these Democrat-run cities, these are cities that are run by Democrats and by by members of the Democrat Party. These are blue cities, and they have all supported these disastrous policies, which allow repeated career criminals back onto the streets to further commit acts of violence. And so to answer your question, yes, the president wants to work.
Now, look, guys, hold off on pulling out the torches and pitchforks. Okay. I do want to say some good things about Randall Woodfin, though. All right. So one thing that he did was the main source of crime in Birmingham for a long time was the Southtown projects. It's not even a 5-minute drive from where I'm at. That was there were 2 to 3 people getting killed there every other week, right? It was insane. It was a common occurrence to drive by the Southtown projects and fucking SWAT teams be out there. Shit was going nuts. He tore them down and sent all those motherfuckers packing. Okay. Crime has gone down since he became mayor. In 2020, the riots we had here, they only lasted about 2 hours because he shut that shit down. He told them, go the fuck home. We're sending cops and we're going to push you out of the city. And that's what they did. So he's done good things. Granted, it's a big problem, but he has done some good for Birmingham. What up, Abe? Good to see you, my man. Welcome in.
I have my pitchfork and my torch. Oh,
hey,
my torch
Abe
went
is a
out.
sexy mother lover.
I just have pitchfork.
It's sacrosanct for me to talk up a Democrat, but he was literally the best person running in this past election. Everyone else was a fucking clown. And that's why he won in a landslide. There's a lot of people here, conservatives alike, by the way, not just a bunch of Democrats, who generally support this guy because he's done some good. Could he do better? Absolutely. But I just want to back him up a little bit there. You know what I mean?
With anyone across this country who wants to end these horrible policies and to bring law and order to our streets. And I think that is proven by his tremendous cooperation with the mayor of Washington, D.C. and our nation's capital. And just look at the results of that. And I do have some updates for you on the D.C. crime crackdown if anyone is interested. There have been a total of 2,177 arrests made since the start of the operation on August.
She don't wear it every day.
Well,
she don't wear it when she's talking about the files, bro. She takes that shit off real quick, dude.
True. She said
7th. Just last night, there were 50.
Were you gonna say something, bro? My bad.
No, I was just commenting on what you said about the cross. She just takes it off whatever she feels.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever she got something, she ain't trying to lie what got her on her neck, bro. It's, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, lady. I get it, you know?
57 arrests made in Washington, D.C.
Let's go.
Of the 57 arrests, there were 14 illegal aliens who were arrested, many of whom had prior criminal histories. And other arrests just last night in our nation's capital, so you all can be very grateful for this. Our great men and women of law enforcement, both federal and local, working together as they should, made an arrest on a warrant for assault with the intent to kill. The subject shot 2 adult males after an altercation. They made an arrest on a warrant for an armed carjacking. The subject assaulted an adult male in the face with a firearm and then took his keys. We also made an arrest on a warrant for simple assault and the destruction of property and subsequently charged with second-degree theft. Last night in D.C., there was an arrest for possession of a controlled substance with second-degree theft. There was an arrest for possession of a controlled substance with the intent to distribute. That subject, the person is also a subject of interest in a homicide and a carjacking. Last night in D.C., we also arrested a felon in possession of a firearm who was carrying that firearm without a license. So these are the career criminals. These are the bad guys that we are picking up in Washington, D.C. every day. The president would love to do this in every Democrat-run city across the country, and he hopes that more Democrats will call the White House to allow us to help them.
One more that's D.C.
Well, now, I do want to say something. There's not a bunch of illegal immigrants here in Birmingham, but I think really what that comes down to is less about, like, you know, the fact that they're not welcoming them here and more about the fact that it's like 60-70% black here in Birmingham. And I don't know if you guys know this. Black people fucking hate, like, Hispanic people. And if they came, if a bunch of Hispanic people came in here and started slinging dope and get involved in the game, it would be a fucking war zone, dude. Like, I mean, they breed killers in Birmingham or in Bessemer. You know what I mean? They're like 14, 15-year-old, like out there killing each other in Bessemer. These people are literally like trained sociopaths. So
I disagree with you on just not like. No, I'm not saying I don't disbelieve you. However, everybody loves big booty Latinas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
100%.
all. Not saying, not disagreeing with anything else you're saying.
I concede.
Everybody loves big booty Latinas.
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
I would not complain about a, you know, Christian big booty Latina. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. One that didn't take the cross off around her neck. Every day she said, you know, vaya con Dios, and just sent me on my way.
No fat
Dios,
chicks.
Dios.
That's right. That's right. There's a lot of them here, though, bro. This is the South, dude. You can go places to get fried cheese, dude. It's wild.
You get fried. No, have you been to the State Fair of Texas lately? There's, oh man, if you want to get something like gourmet deep fried, go to the state fair.
He said, "I only love AOC."
Go to liturgy, Mr. Fista.
Go to liturgy.
I mean, come on, that's actually how AOC is a politician. Come on now, let's all be real.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not
so
put
funny.
any things.
Look, I don't want to dive too deeply into this, but a comment Mr. Fister made a second ago made me think of that Raja thing again. I don't want to go too deeply into this because we'll tangent. But did you see the interview he did with Ariel Helwani? Rampage?
No.
Rampage Jackson? He did an exclusive interview with Ariel Helwani. And I mean, basically, he just let Rampage go off the whole time. But, dude, it seemed like the entire time, I mean, the only thing Rampage had to say was, like, all these racist people. But then he would be like, I don't know why they're making it a race problem. And then he would turn around and say, like, but these racist people. And it's like, bro, you can't fucking do both, okay? Like,
yeah, you gotta pick one on that one.
You can't say that we're racist pieces of shit, but then also say, well, it doesn't really matter. It never bothered me.
Fuck Rampage Jackson, okay?
Fuck Rampage.
Dude,
I'll let
I'll be
you
the one
punch
to
me in the
say
face if it'll make you feel better. I weigh 150
He was
pounds.
egging
soaking
his
wet.
kid on to go up and beat that dude's ass. Go fuck yourself with that. It's just racism. Nah, dude. There's fucking... I'm going to set a fridge by 35. That's wild. But no, he was egging his kid on to do that while he was sitting ringside, dude.
I mean,
Wait, what's the context? Just for anybody, for the people in the chat, not me,
For the
because
people
I
that
obviously
don't
know what you're talking about. But what's this context of the situation?
So it was a couple.
Not me,
weeks
of
ago.
course, because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
obviously up on this. Just to explain it
what
for
happened
chat,
was,
of course.
Rampage Jackson's son went to this like wrestling event. It was, it wasn't like backyard wrestling. I guess it was like semi-pro or something wrestling.
They're actually
something like that.
sistered with the WWE at this time.
It wasn't street beefs.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
this
and,
is like
and the dude had like a fake cam prop that they used to like smash over someone's head, and it had a little bit of liquid in it. And he thought that Rampage Jackson's son was there as like part of the fucking show, and so they were doing a thing or whatever, like a stunt, and it wasn't like a scheduled stunt. He was just fucking with him, and he smashed this like fake Coke can thing on the side of his head. And then he realized, oh shit, he's not part of the show. Well, so they have it on video. Him like apologizing genuinely to him. Dude, I'm really sorry. Like, I thought you were part of the show. I didn't realize that. Like, I'm really sorry. They shook hands and everything. Well, then the show starts and Rampage's son is on he's ringside just watching the show. And his chat, he was live. His chat was roasting him, telling him to go up there and fight the dude. You're a bitch, whatever. Rampage Jackson, his father was calling him a bitch. Calling him like how you gonna let a man do that to you? Yada yada yada. I can't believe that. Called him a bitch or something like that. Whatever. So
he's not in the business, right?
No. But this dude,
there's so much that happens.
Yeah, but this dude gets up. Rampage Jackson's son gets up on stage, picks this fucking big ass dude up, and slams him like back first onto the mat. Now I don't know if you know this, but you can collapse someone's lung and kill them. I mean, he like knocked him out immediately. The second his head hit the mat, he was out. And then he got on top of the dude and just started beating the shit out of him, knocked some of his teeth out, like put the dude in the fucking hospital unconscious, and he flatlined at one point. Like, I caused bad brain damage to this guy.
This is the kid that caused the damage now.
Huh?
This is the kid that did the beating.
Yes. Yeah. Like actually beat his ass live on camera. And so now Rampage Jackson is like crying racism like a little pussy after he egged his son on to get on stage and do this shit. So fuck Rampage Jackson, fuck his son.
His son, who is not in the business and not trained in how to, the 100%, like professional wrestling. Yeah, it's scripted, but they are still hitting each other 100%. The blood you see is actually coming out of them. It very much is, but it's a soap opera with like actual physical.
Even when they pull their punches, they can't pull a fucking suplex, bro. They can only do so much to pull that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the thing that happened is, granted, they did try to squash it in the beginning to kind of go back, like Raja and Psycho Stu like shook hands to clear it up or whatever. But they to fix that, they wrote him into the script. But the script wasn't slam dude, concuss him, and then send in the missiles, That wasn't the script, my guy. But yeah, so Rampage had went on Ariel Helwani's thing and was talking about how, well, yeah, I mean, my son, I don't really feel bad for him, but also these racist people, why they always got to turn it into race? Da 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 da. I'm like, brother, you're the one talking about it. You're the one saying it doesn't bother you, but then turning around and saying that it would make your skin crawl. The things people say to me that are racist.
He's also the one that said,
didn't say anything about being racism.
He's also the one that said,
making it about racism.
Right, that's my point.
Also the one that said, I have money in the school fund for my 2 adopted Asian kids, and then money in my bail fund for my 2 black kids.
Yeah, that aged like milk. That aged like fucking milk, dude.
Yeah,
he literally
it aged like a
2
fine
years ago
milk
or something. Like it was like 2 years ago that he said that, and then this shit just came and walloped him, and he's like, "Fuck, I should not have said that shit on stream."
Yeah, you better get a lawyer,
dude. That's. I will say he's like, "I fucking got a lawyer on retainer," and then he wants to try and say like people are only talking about it for clout. It's like, dude, nobody. I promise you, if any other person did this to this degree, we'd be hearing about it. Maybe not to this level, but we'd still hear about it, right? It's not like I really don't. It's obviously slightly more special because it's Rampage Jackson's son. Obviously, he's famous, but I really would like to think that what happened there wouldn't go. I mean, look, let's just take everything the same and switch Rampage.
Oh, wait, Rampage Jackson is
out.
black. Okay, it makes more sense now.
But regardless of all that, let's say that we take Rajah Jackson out. We'll just put me there, right? We'll say I'm streaming this live on my Kick. I do exactly all the same shit that Rajah does, right? And we'll say Psycho Stu's a black guy just to keep it equalish. We would hear about it. We would still fucking hear about it.
White supremacist attacks black wrestler at event. That's all you hear.
It's the same exact thing. And the more that Rampage, especially Rampage, says, oh, it's fucking racism, dude, and then tries to blame people like us for just talking about this shit, saying we're looking for clout. I don't want your fucking money, Rampage. I don't give a shit about clout. I'm talking about this objectively. He's
just trying
we ended up talking about it. We ended up talking about it for a long time. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. He's just crying. He wants some fucking sympathy points, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, that's the story, Grumple. That's what happened.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Fucking craziness. We can talk about it more another time if you want. I'm more than happy.
I'm down to jump into it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to this press briefing.
Specific. Congress is poised to not extend Trump's federalization of the DC police. Mayor Bowser.
By the way, dude, I have to mute my mic when I fart because it would sound like I'm shitting into my microphone if I didn't. I just want to let you guys know I'm saving you from that. All right.
No, he's real, and I'm speaking as a victim survivor of being Dutch ovened by a lower class.
Yeah. Order formalizing cooperation with federal forces.
Yay!
Mention all the success that the operation has had. Does the White House believe that the Mayor Bowser's action is enough to continue the crime crackdown?
We are very grateful for the mayor's cooperation in this effort, and we look forward to continuing to work with her and the Metropolitan Police Department. Bloomberg.
Thanks, Caroline. The president says, he would plan to speak with Putin soon. Can we expect a phone call between the two leaders this week?
I don't have any phone calls to read out between you, the president, and any other foreign leaders. Ed.
Thank you. I want to ask about the benchmark revisions that came out. If you look at the revisions between March of 2024 and March of 2025, and you do a little math, it averages out to 73,000 jobs roughly per month added to the economy, less than what was thought. When can we expect the Trump administration, now their policies are rolling out, for that increase, that average to increase?
Well, let me just say something about the revisions that came out this morning. And this was one of the biggest revisions in absolute terms in decades. In the benchmark year, March 2024 to 2025, shows that the job growth was vastly weaker during the Biden administration than ever previously reported. Between this revision and last year's, job growth was actually overstated by approximately 2 million jobs. And the Biden administration stood up here and vouched for that data and told you that data was real. And when President Trump calls into question the veracity of that data, like he did before he took the oath of office and even now as president of the United States, he was ridiculed for that. And turns out this revision proves two things. Number one, the president was right. And this is why we need new leadership at the Fed. And this makes it very clear that President Trump inherited a much worse economy by the Biden administration than ever reported. And it also proves that the Federal Reserve is holding our monetary policy far too restrictive. Interest rates are too high. The Fed needs to cut the rates because of the mess that we inherited from the Biden administration.
Time frame. The president has said a year. Secretary Besson said maybe the fourth quarter. When can we expect these numbers to increase?
Well, first, we need accurate numbers. We need truthful and honest data, which is why the president took the monumental step to try and appoint and confirm new leadership at the BLS so we can have data that we can actually rely on.
This data is
and
bunk
that's what the
always.
president has been is doing, and we hope that his nominee will soon be confirmed. Charlie.
You addressed the crime of Verena Zurika, and the president has done a lot to deliver justice for victims of crimes like that horrific stabbing. And the Epstein files are back in the news because a lot of Americans feel that that Jeffrey Epstein's victims never got justice. Does the president care about these victims? Do you think he can does he want to deliver more justice for them, and is he willing to meet with them?
The president cares about victims of all crimes, and that's why Republicans in the Trump Department of Justice have done more in terms of transparency when it comes to the Epstein case than any prior administration. And why are the
Bitch, don't lie with God around your neck. Don't lie with God around your neck.
Don't do it.
Democrats all of a sudden caring about this? It's because they are desperately trying to concoct a hoax to smear the president of the United States. We have seen this time and time again. Ro Khanna and all of these other Democrats, they could have cared about those victims 4 years ago when Joe Biden was in office. They could have pushed for transparency then. Unfortunately, the Democrats are using victims as political pawns to try to smear and to push a hoax against the president of the United States. And I will get you numbers on the amount of child predators that this administration and this FBI and this Department of Justice have locked up under President Trump's leadership. We have done more than any president to protect victims of crime, especially disgusting, heinous sexual crimes. And that includes the deportation of illegal aliens who are perpetrating these crimes against innocent victims in our country right now today. And that remains a top priority for this administration.
Does the president, will he meet with the victims?
On the Doha strikes, did the president speak with Netanyahu before they were carried out? Did he urge him to not go through with it, or did they only speak afterwards?
Again, I read you a statement. The Trump administration was notified by the United States military that Israel was attacking Hamas. The president directed his special envoy Witkoff to immediately call the Qataris. And after the attack, he spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu.
One more.
Behind you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
About the Epstein case, would the White House support a professional handwriting expert review of the document released yesterday to prove that it's not the president's signature?
Sure, we would support that. And in fact, I have already seen many forensic analysts of signatures coming out. I believe it was the Daily Signal that published a piece with 3 separate signature analysts who said that this absolutely was not the president's authentic signature. And we have maintained that position all along. The president did not write this letter. He did not sign this letter. And that's why the president's external legal team is aggressively pursuing litigation against the Wall Street Journal, and they will continue to. Christian.
Thanks, Caroline. Following up on Ed, now that we have these revised jobs numbers, is the president concerned at all that price spikes, stemming from his tariffs through the end of the year, might actually be driving the country towards a depression?
Don't worry, guys. The Oogie Boogie price increase from tariffs is coming. It's not going to happen.
What's this? What's this? There's bullshit in the air. What's this?
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, the tariffs are a success. They're a good thing. It's been a good thing short term, let alone long term. But they're going to push the fear narrative. I'm not saying that they're not going to try to. What up, Corey? Good to see you, my man. Good morning, bro. I know you just woke up. Dude, I'm not saying that they're not going to try and they're not going to continue to talk about it. What I'm saying is people are going to stop giving a fuck about it. That's the thing, right? Especially coming from the people that it's coming from. You know, like, you gotta understand, the people that it's coming from did absolutely nothing with it for 4 years. They didn't even fucking talk about it. People are going to bring it up and they're going to talk about it, but at the same time, most folks, hey, good morning, Amagad, good to see you, man. But at the same time, dude, in a general sense, people are, if they keep beating it over the head the way they are, and they don't strategically plan this thing and try to hammer it before the midterms, they're going to lose their ass. Yeah, bro, Spectrum came and finally fixed it. So I'm doing a late nighter, and then tomorrow, God and Country, boys. We're fucking back, boys. We're fucking back. Okay. But yeah, dude, that's my thing, man. Is I don't see anyone giving a fuck about this by that point. You gotta understand, like, the news cycle does two things. It buries stuff and it desensitizes people. And eventually people are gonna stop giving a fuck about the Epstein case. If they continue to beat it over the head over and over and over and over and over again, people are gonna stop caring, they're gonna stop clicking, and it's gonna get buried by the news cycle. So look, like I said, me and you, we're on the same side of this thing. They're lying about what's in the files. More than likely, it's a massive intelligence scandal. But by that point, people are going to stop caring, dude. It's unfortunate. That's really like the sad part, is that people are going to stop giving a fuck about it.
Or recession. What I'm asking is he committed to these policies now that we know how faulty the jobs data was?
The president is committed to his policies because his policies are working, Christian. And there have been a lot of people fear-mongering about inflation in this room, but it just has not come to fruition. On a monthly basis, CPI inflation has now come in at or below the market's expectation for 6 consecutive months, every month that President Trump has been in office. Overall, inflation has run at a 1.9% average pace.
Folks, I have to say real quick, after this is done, I'm sorry, I'm bottling it up right now. Once Carolyn Levitt is done talking, we're going to have a big talk about this arena situation, the stabbing on the subway train. We're going to talk a lot about race, but I want to finish this first. So hold it in, but after this, I want you to know, stick around, because we're going to talk a lot.
I'm just here for the
pretty
press
heavy stuff.
I'm not here to
Capital
listen to
spending boom right now, which we know is one of the greatest economic indicators of job growth. We know wages are increasing at a far faster pace than they were.
Yeah.
We're
Under
gonna
the
talk about some
previous
heavy
administration.
shit.
Dude, he went fucking ballistic. I'm pretty sure that was the. Hold on. Now I gotta make sure. I gotta fact check myself here, boys. Hold on.
Make sure it's not gayist.
A little bit.
That might be toss.
Oh no. Sorry, I'm wrong. This is the one that he went ballistic on after this. It was he goes over the conflict in Ukraine after that. That's right. Yeah, this is the one that he goes fucking nuts on.
We see productivity in the second quarter was also revised up to a strong 3.3%. And total industrial production, factory output also surged. All of this means the economy is moving. People are working. People are spending money. You look at consumer spending. That is also ticking up and in the right direction. And a large part, it's because of the incredible work the president has done in terms of energy and unlocking our energy dominance in this country. Again, these jobs, the numbers from the BLS today prove that the economy.
Winter gas price is going to go down. God damn it.
Dude, this chick's younger than me.
Yeah, dude.
That's
she's
fucking
like
insane.
She's like 26 or something.
28.
Yeah.
Was an absolute
Fucking
mess,
insane,
and
bro.
we are working every single day to fix it.
Get it
and
together,
all of those
America.
Indicators I just
We
read
got
for you
28-year-old
are
women
positive
running
sign
our
of what
fucking
is to
country
come.
for us, guys.
quickly
Get
on
your
trade.
fucking boots on. Let's go.
Yeah, bitches lying with the cross around their neck, bro. That's
Get the
crazy,
fucking boots
dude.
on, boys. Let's fucking step up here. God dang.
That's
Get
I mean,
me
that's what we're
fired
headed
up.
for.
Gotta get me fired up, boys. You're gonna pull out the dang drill sergeant in me, damn it. Tell you what.
I tell you what.
You know who I really liked as press secretary was Kayleigh McEnany.
Boomhauer? Oh, not
Hey,
Boomhauer?
man.
That would have
Yeah,
been
no,
better.
Kayleigh McEnany,
Don't
his
mind
first
me.
press secretary, dude, she was a firecracker, dude, and she was like really hot too. I thought she was.
Was that from Trump's first term, the one that had like the binder full of like just tabs and just all the? Yeah, no, she was perfect.
Yeah, dude, she was great
as that.
I don't know what happened between them because they had like some kind of falling out or something, but she was the bomb, dude.
She was
I love
perfect
how,
for it. Like anything any reporter brings up, she's like, hold on, pull out that exact thing, and then here's the receipts, all of it. Yeah, here you go. Report on
I got
this.
something for you. Yeah, I love how like when Trump does this thing, it's like an attractive blonde who is the press secretary, but then when the Democrats do it, it's some fucking black lesbian. Oh, an immigrant too. Sorry, like I have to add another thing onto the fucking oppression Olympics here. You know what I mean? Yeah. He knows that, Jeremy.
No,
He
I don't
knows
know.
not
He's
gonna
right. Jeremy's right. I concede, Jeremy. You win. It's like every fucking thing I say, dude. This is every person that I talk to. It's like immediate contention. Brother, I fucking get it. I know she's not running the country, okay? But she's in a position of power much higher than us. That's what I meant. Fuck.
He's just memeing, dude. That's all. What, buddy? What? I know. After we get done with this, I might end the stream. It is late, boys. It's going on 5 a.m. and I know he's got a shit, so I'm gonna take him out after this. But let's finish this one up.
Get a bit of clarity on the sequence of events for the Doha attack and the notification. You said that the U.S. military notified. The Trump administration was notified by the U.S. military.
That's right.
Was the U.S. military notified by the Israeli military, or did the U.S. military detect an incoming Israeli attack on Qatar?
The U.S. military notified the White House and the President of the United States. That's all I have to share for you on that, Danny.
Thank you.
Also following up, you said that the president assured the leaders in Qatar that this would never happen again. Did he say that to the Prime Minister of Israel, and did Prime Minister Netanyahu agree to that?
The president told that to the emir and the prime minister of Qatar, and the president also overstressed the importance of peace in the region in his conversation with Prime Minister Netanyahu as well. And Prime Minister Netanyahu told President Trump he wants peace and he wants it quickly. That's what the president expects to happen.
Did Netanyahu say that before or after he took Trump's pants off? Did he say that before or after he spit on his butthole?
Both.
Huh.
He's like,
oh,
"Thank you,
hi,
sir."
Squirrel. I agree.
He said, "Thank you, sir."
Yeah.
President is very clear in the statement that he just had me reading. You will all see it out on True Social very shortly, I am sure. The whole world will see it. He wants all of the hostages released out of Gaza, and he wants this war to end. Those are two clear directives that the president is making very clear for the entire world to understand.
Dude, they're not. The thing in Gaza is not going to end, bro. They're going to level that shit. That's what they're doing. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? They're going to
None of
level
these
it.
people eat. None of these people eat bacon. This is not my fight.
Facts.
Mary.
But Qatar obviously has been helping to negotiate these ceasefire talks. Does the president think that Israel is undermining negotiations by striking Qatar? Is he concerned that Qatar's no longer going to want to play that intermediary role?
I think
When do we start calling it Qatar instead of Qatar? Also,
I have no idea.
It's like seriously, what when I think it was around the Clock Boy thing, started calling it Qatar for some reason.
Yeah. Qatar stopped being cool in like 2008, bro. You know what I mean? Emo's dead. Let it die.
Emo's
And I think it's very thorough because the president wanted to address all of your questions. We wrote, unilaterally bombing inside Qatar, a sovereign nation and close ally of the United States that is working very hard and bravely taking risks with us to broker peace, does not advance Israel or America's goals. However, eliminating Hamas, who have profited off the misery of those living in Gaza, is a worthy goal. So he answered that question himself.
Hey, lower class, you could pause for just a moment. I found this candid paparazzi photo of press secretary that Biden had. Just
You have it up on yours?
yeah, no, like on my camera. Yeah.
Hold on, they're not blinking 70 times when they answer one question.
It's crazy.
It's yeah, totally. This is no, this is an incognito paparazzi photo. So it's like her makeup's not done, you know. So it's you gotta take it into account.
That was, dude. That was the one thing that like kind of freaked me out about that bitch is whenever someone would ask her like even like a somewhat hard question, she'd just make this face and go, "Oh wait, hold on." She'd just make this face and go, It was unsettling to say.
No, I'm a black lesbian. You can't question anything I say.
Right? Yeah.
Come on now. Also,
I wasn't expecting this level.
I was not employed by Ronald McDonald between 1985 and 1989. Don't worry about that. Don't you
I will
know?
say, the highlight of her being press secretary was when Peter Doocy said, "So, Karine, when they found more documents that Biden had left in other places, what 4-letter word did you say?" That was fucking incredible, dude. That was like straight cinema. Because you caught a glimpse of who she really was because she laughed at it because she knew, I'm fucked. You got me. You know what I mean? It was just that was the highlight of her being press secretary, and it was her getting roasted.
What I can tell you is the United States military informed the Trump administration. Weecha.
Thank you. A quick follow on that. Can you
Trump is not happy about this.
I don't want to hear that shit.
That the largest U.S. military base is in Doha, and then I have a question on DC. Thank you. And yesterday, the president spoke about DC crime and talked about how there was virtually none. And then he expressed frustration about things that take place in the home they call crime. He said, they'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with 100%. Exactly what crimes was the president referring to?
He wasn't referring to crimes. That's exactly the point he was making, Ouija. What the president is saying is that these crimes will be made up and reported as a crime to undermine the great work that the federal task force is doing to reduce crime in Washington, D.C. And I think the president has every reason to believe that, given the efforts of many reporters in this room who actively seek to undermine the president and what he's doing in our nation. We all know that deep inside you all agree with this because you all live here. And I'm sure you're very grateful for the administration's efforts to make the city, which we all reside in, much safer for ourselves and our families. Michael.
Thank you, Caroline. Florida Congressman Randy Fine is calling for judges to face consequences if the violent repeat offenders they release go on to commit new crimes. Is that something the president supports?
It's not something I've heard the president discuss. You can ask him yourself next time you have the opportunity to. How's that?
She's getting grilled,
pissed, dude. She's fucking.
This is not resting bitch face. This is something next level.
Look at that.
And I'm sure you are very
grateful
above
for
that.
the
I
agree.
Efforts.
That is like condescending as fuck. What she does in a second. She just like. She smiles like, talk to him, bitch.
Caroline, Florida Congressman Randy Fine is calling for judges to face consequences if the violent repeat offenders that they release go on to commit new crime.
Discuss. You can ask him yourself next time you have the opportunity to. How's that?
Look at that face.
How's that?
She's like,
go fuck yourself. Next question. I don't want to talk about that.
Question. On Thursday, President Trump will head to the Pentagon and also to New York City in honor of the 24th anniversary of 9/11. Has the president expressed any interest on creating or having Congressman, create a new 9/11 commission to answer some of the ongoing questions many Americans have about that day.
I again have not heard the president discuss that. You're welcome to ask him yourself, but I do know he very much looks forward to going to both the Pentagon. Actually, as you know, the president is a New Yorker at heart. He loves the city very much. It is his home. And
He's a
you'll
New
hear
York
more about that
Democrat.
on Thursday when the president speaks on this himself. Kelly.
Caroline, thank you. I wanted to ask you a question about the president speaking yesterday before the Religious Liberty Commission. As you know, he's created the White House Faith Office, the Task Force on Anti-Christian Bias, and yesterday he talked about the importance of the Bible, and America have criticized him for that in stating that he's espousing Christian nationalism. Yet the president has called on the American people to band together in praying for this nation for people of all faiths. How important is that to the Trump administration, and are there guidelines for implementing that?
Well, last time I checked, it's not just Christians who pray, it's people of all faiths.
Did I have a connection lapse there for a second, guys?
I don't know. I didn't see.
I'm just seeing chat, and they're saying that the video.
No, the video was good to go for the entire time in StreamYard. Whether or not you dipped out or the stream dipped out, unknown. But that would have been between the StreamYard and YouTube at that point.
Yeah, it was only about 2 minutes ago. Bro, I don't know if StreamYard doesn't like me or what, but I'm not having any fucking connection issues right now. And this shit it's being a bitch.
It's being a bitch.
Like, come on, man. You know?
Who pray, and that's what the president wants to protect, the religious freedom.
What are you playing this video in?
YouTube.
No, I mean, is it like in 1080?
It's in racism 980p.
No, it's in 720.
Okay, it's in 720. Okay. Man.
Americans
That's
of
weird.
all faith, and he spoke about that yesterday, and that's why he was very proud and
What'd you
excited
say,
to
bro?
announce this new initiative, Pray
It's a resolution,
America,
ignore me.
encouraging all Americans to pray for our country and the goodness of our country leading up to America's 250th birthday next year. Why don't we take some from the sides? Elizabeth, go ahead.
Thank you, Caroline. I have two questions. First, on prayer again. Trump administration looking for the forthcoming prayer guidelines to challenge existing court precedent on the right to pray in public schools.
Well, the president spoke about that yesterday and some of the changes we are making to ensure that the religious liberties of America's students and our youth are respected in public schools. In fact, he had a young student and invited him on stage to share his story about how when this young boy, he faced consequences for that, and how Americans of faith should not be facing consequences for expressing their religious freedom and their religion.
Bitch, you wear a cross around your neck and you lie. I don't want to hear shit about faith from you. Sorry. I'm just gonna say it. It's fucking bullshit, bitch. I don't like that shit. Okay. That's fucking bullshit.
Religious views. Not in any public school in America should that be happening. You heard the president talk about that yesterday. Sure.
Caroline, thank you so much. Regarding Israel attacking Doha, beside the phone call, what was President Trump's involvement in the attack, if any?
Does not want to talk about
Shared
that.
repeatedly now. Sure. Go ahead.
After the Supreme Court ruling yesterday on the ICE raids in Los Angeles, some particularly non-white U.S. citizens are saying that they're going to begin carrying their U.S. passports with them at all times. What is the White House's response to Americans who are concerned about being swept up as others have been already?
Administration is focused on the detention and deportation.
What American citizens are getting swept up in ICE raids? Other than people who are like harboring fucking illegal immigrants.
None is.
I haven't heard of one.
But
I haven't heard of
the
fucking
answer
one.
is none. I think you're looking for.
Right.
Just just off the cuff. I think none is.
I was
the
in an
word
ICE
you're
raid one
trying to
time.
find. Did you popsicle or a?
No, I just stayed up for like
drumstick?
14 days.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Grumple. We're not talking about the cold stuff, man. You know what I mean? That was
of illegal alien criminals who broke our
Cheers
nation's
to my
immigration
Pepsi.
laws. And the Supreme Court
To sober.
upheld the Trump administration's
Sobriety.
right to stop individuals in Los Angeles to briefly question them regarding their legal status because the law allows this, and this has been the practice of the federal government for decades.
By the way,
And
Mr.
Immigration
Fista,
and
I am
Nationality
going
Act
to
states that
put that money to good use tomorrow for the stream. Just want to let you know that did not go to waste.
Are you working tomorrow?
No, I'm off.
Dude. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't normally do this, but I got a special stream going tomorrow. A philosophy stream.
Oh shit.
If you want to, Terry X going to be on my stream tomorrow.
I'm not sure that I'm following you. Can you link your stuff in the back for me or on?
Yeah.
Mr. Stamey, because
Yeah,
I feel like that's up my alley, and I would like to either see it or be
Oh
a
yeah.
participant.
Yeah. Here, put it in back chat, dude, and then I'll spam you in chat.
Gay.
Dude, look, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that ever again. If I start to fucking pass out, I will.
Oh wait, you're one of my peoples now. Oh friggin' Twitch.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Twitch
I've done it
streamers.
like 2 or 3 times.
Oh,
now.
dude, Stamey's a Twitch streamer. Oh, okay. I can't actually I can't follow you because I can't log into Twitch right now.
Oh, it's okay.
I have my chat arena logged in, but I just in the last few days I misplaced the handset that I used for like verification. So like I can't log in.
Oh,
so I
it's all
can't,
good, bro.
Oh, you
I
know
got YouTube too, though.
All right, Stamey is spammed in chat.
Thanks,
His YouTube
guys.
channel is spammed in chat.
Oh, well, I can follow you YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I got a YouTube as well. I just post replays on there mostly.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
yeah, yeah,
Go
but-
live on YouTube so you can start getting those view hours. It takes 3,000 view hours in a 365-day period for you to get even the first level monetization. 4,000 to get like ad revenue. You just start
shit.
building it now. Start grinding now.
Yeah, I should start doing it.
Yeah, just
I
also
have
go
it
live
on
YouTube.
OBS where I can dual stream. I have it's called like Atrium or something, or Atrium or Atrum. It's not Atrium, but you can stream dual stream basically.
If you want to also have chat talk to each other between the platforms, Restream.io, you can do 2 platforms. If you're only doing Twitch and YouTube, or like Kick and YouTube, or any 2, it doesn't matter which 2 it is. Restream.io has a chat bot that can cross chat between them.
That might be the
like
move. Does
Twitch
it use a lot of
people and YouTube-
space? Like a lot of
No, no, it doesn't.
processing power?
It doesn't use anything on your end. You only have. It's in fact less. So if you, your Restream.io, and then it's sending to the multiple platforms.
Okay, cool.
It can do 5 max unless you get the like enterprise package, which I don't recommend that. But yeah, I
I'll
have
look into it. I know
have the first.
Spiro uses that too.
Yeah, Spiro's good people. I have the first paid tier, and so I can go to 5 targets and have cross chat, and it's just a turnkey solution, so I don't have to like code anything or do whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to look into. And you said I can use just 2 on the basic.
Yeah, with the free tier, yeah, if you only want to go to 2 tiers, it's the best thing going. Restream.io.
Yeah, I'll check that out for
100%.
sure. Yeah, I use StreamCore to let people know, but I was thinking about switching to Restream because it also tells
Oh, I'm already
people when you're
subscribed to
live.
you. There we go. You're good to go.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Perfect. Yeah, I just haven't really streamed on YouTube yet. I'm thinking about. I was considering doing that tomorrow for my first YouTube. I don't use StreamYard, so we would be talking in Discord. But I mean, regardless,
You do have the mustache for it.
I appreciate it.
To do a
I
philosophy
appreciate
stream. I mean, just saying.
I've been growing it for a while, man.
It's top tier, honestly.
Boomerang, dude. I had
Yeah,
someone in here who never
No,
seen my
you-
face the other day, and they were like, "Stamey doesn't have a mustache, man. His mustache is shit." And then I like
No,
turned my camera off real
Stamey could
quick, and I was like,
100%.
"Bro, what you mean?"
Stamey could 100% be pictured tying some damsel to railroad tracks. I mean, I get it. It's good. It's that good.
I am the guy in the fucking what is
A
it
damsel.
called? that psychology
Slightly with a
test they make, the freaking railroad thing, the dilemma. What's it called?
The trolley dilemma. Oh, there's a game, dude. There's a game, the trolley dilemma, and it's. I recommend you stream it.
I'll have to check it out.
It's choices. Because I haven't streamed it yet, but I'm really close to.
Is it kind of like that game, the Stanley Parable or whatever it's called?
It's not a 3D thing. It's literally just because there's a lot of pauses and there's no like time constraints or anything. There's no action. Really, it's like decision.
Dude, so I know.
For really
hold on, guys. I know you guys can't hear it, but my connection to YouTube is absolute shit right now.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
sounds about right.
Yeah, I pulled up my stream just because I heard people talking about it, and it's choppy as fuck.
The only thing I could think of, like, if your internet's fine, is your computer just have too much processing going on? Like, what would be running in the background that could be
No,
dragging
that's
it
not. I mean, that's.
You don't think that's what it is?
No, because everything we're doing right now on StreamYard is fine. StreamYard is the one sending the signal to YouTube right now for.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, like I mean, this is kind of what I do for a living. It's nothing to do with your computer if the stream is being bad right now. It's between StreamYard and YouTube.
Dude, I wish there was a better alternative to StreamYard.
Dude,
there's a lot.
You know what I used to use actually? But I just
StreamYard's
stopped
pretty
using it.
tricky.
It's probably but the same thing as Lightstream. I know. I think you can do the same thing in Lightstream.
I might have to go with that, dude, because this shit, I'm really getting tired of fucking StreamYard.
Gritty uses Stream Elements,
And
I think now. So that's, I mean, maybe something to look
Yeah,
into.
Stream Elements is another one. I think they added that to Stream Elements where you can.
There's like Zoom also, like and those kind of things, because it used to be WebEx, yeah, and then like Zoom took over from that in that space. However, StreamYard has the most seen and just entire platform stuff. I mean, I use StreamYard, and I don't even stream from StreamYard, dude. I just use it for the call. I don't even stream from it.
Oh,
StreamYard
really?
just has that much good stuff going on. Yeah. And I pay for the first paid tier of it, too.
Dude, they're fucking shit in the bed right now. All right. Hey, guys. So I don't know why it's doing this right now, but it's 5 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you guys for jumping in. Thank you, Emmett, for the raid. Really appreciate it, bro. If you guys can even understand what I'm saying.
Emmett. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was trying to do background noise.
No, you're good, dude. Just
that stinks,
talking
man.
That real quick.
Emmett.
Have a good night, Mr. Fisto.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end it here.